the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it? I am the game, you don't wanna play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. I am heavy debt, no way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out, you can die like a fool. Trying to figure out what my moves.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
I had to surprise you guys.
You had to surprise us. You did.
Mm-hmm.
P, I know fan club was popping yesterday, but it's Thirsty Thursday, sis. You got your fan club background up.
Oh,
I don't want no co-host. Oh yeah, your fan club co-host. I want no
right.
I promise.
Stay nice.
I promise. I'm not taking over.
Let me just make sure that this is the thing.
Huh? Yeah. Wait. No, I can't hear anything. If you
Okay,
can hear something.
then never mind. Then never mind.
Thirsty Thursday. Oh my god.
Hello,
forward
everybody.
to this. Like, I have no idea.
Same. But are we doing the intros, Chris? Are you gonna do?
We're absolutely doing intros. I'm sorry, it just threw me off. I'm like, nah, I don't want no fan club smoke. Look at P in this. What is happening?
Patricia.
On.
Yo, I have my heater plugged in.
Nah, Bray Wyatt is in your room. Bray Wyatt is in your room.
I don't want no firefly fun house.
Speaking of fan club, is Justin always makes that joke that the Fiend kidnapped me.
And
so
look at this.
I really hope that he's watching this.
You see this?
I'll be right back.
Look, I don't know what's happening right now.
Look at that. Hey, Mike. Hello. Black Fox.
I have no idea what's happening right now. We're going to get our lives together just right now. Okay?
Please hold.
Please hold. Please
remain
hold.
in line while a representative is with you.
Right, like mind you, they on the other end, like doing nothing, right?
Exactly.
Nothing
Here
at all. Like,
I was just I'm over here trying to figure out the sound that makes us all start getting,
loosey goosey.
Yes, correct.
Loosey
goosey. But I'm trying to figure this out. Wait, let me see. Did you hear anything?
I did not hear a thing, girl.
Girl, why are you doing this to me? Why you gotta be so rude?
When I say I love that song, love that song. Okay,
that song plays like once a week in this house.
That song literally plays on like you got when I was in. Okay, so hold on, wait. Before we get all misguided,
yes.
Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. Okay,
welcome
to Thirsty Thursday. Of course, we're back. P's back. The Fiend brought her back. We're back. It's your girl, Krista B.
Queen PR.
And Crispa Contreras.
So we are back. This is our Thirsty Thursday. This is our holiday edition of Thirsty Thursday. Right. I wish I would have remembered that we said this was a holiday edition because I definitely would have had some eggnog and rum.
Oh, man.
Celebratory champagne.
That's my shit, and I don't have it.
I definitely forgot, and I'm like, sheesh.
But you know what? It's okay. It's okay because this is our holiday wrap up for Thirsty Thursday. But that don't mean that this is the last party we're gonna have this year.
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. We've been like streaming. We've been doing our thing.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
We have. Like I see Bakey every week now. Like I'm seeing Bakey once a month. To me seeing her, to everybody seeing her every week. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we stream Krista B Sound Off with Cristina Contreras every Friday at 3 p.m. However, tomorrow we will be streaming at a special time which is at 12 p.m. noon. So from 12 to 2, please make sure you block out whatever you got going on because we will be streaming. And we have some cute new segments that we got going on. And I definitely do not want to miss this sound off because I got some things to say, okay? Because what we not finna do is talk about this man right here, The Rock, in my presence. So I'm definitely going to need y'all.
People be wilding.
Definitely going to need y'all to tune in to the things I got to say tomorrow. But now that we here, how are you ladies? How are you guys feeling? How have you been?
Good.
How's mental health? How's social batteries? Right now, my social battery is like right here.
Battery is always like this. And then it got like this recently.
It's like this much left in me.
But I blame the winter time.
Oh, absolutely.
The fact that it's like dark by the time I get out of work at like 4:30, like I blame shit like that.
Like, well, to me, seasonal like depression has always been a little bit of a hard concept for me to grasp because where I'm from, I don't have seasons. So like being here, like I've been going through it. I'm like, but what do you mean? Why is it dark at 4? Why is it dark at 4?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's so wild.
Well, I'm here for you, girl.
Thank you.
We're all here for each other.
Absolutely.
I am at the moment. I don't think that I'm at a place where it's just like, like feeling like the winter has taken over my body, but it's starting to get a little cagey. I'll call it that. It's starting to get a little cagey.
And it happens. It happens. You can't what I say, write it down, pray about it, talk to friends who can hold you up and not be judgmental and not judge you or be like, or always have to question why you feel away. If you have friends who always questioning why you feel away, why is this, that, or third, then you need new friends and you need to just cut it off. And that's that because nobody should have to feel like they're going through things alone.
And I'm going to drink to that even if the sound is not playing.
I'm going to start with water first because I was drinking last night, but we're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
What's everybody drinking today? How about we do that today? Because I do have my water.
I have a rendition.
I got my water.
I have a rendition of my honorary juice.
My Slytherin glass.
Very nice. Ooh, hey, yay!
Wait, you're not Team Slytherin? Why are you having it in the
I'm Ravenclaw.
Is that ladies?
I had opened the cupboard real quick and I thought that was blue, but it was green. So I didn't mean to get the Slytherin. I meant to get the Ravenclaw.
So you took ladies.
I did. So
if anybody wants to find me a Gryffindor one, please.
Oh, I have a million of them. I have one for you.
Thank you.
Do you have the Hufflepuff one?
I don't.
Nobody gives love to Hufflepuff.
I think I have one. Like my mom came across like many. So, but I don't think there were a lot of Hufflepuffs. That's which means the demand was high. Maybe that's what that means.
Sure. Let's call it that.
We're gonna go with that.
I'm also drinking. What is this? Is this a Riesling? Probably. It's something pink.
Oh, it's a wine.
It's a wine. I'm drinking wine today.
Oh, okay. I think April was
it up a little bit.
Was thinking rum and coke probably.
That's my go-to, and I do have some rum, but I am almost out of mixer, so I decided to just finish up the wine that I had might as well, Changing it up a little bit. Well, look who's here.
I haven't had wine in like so long. Like my cabinets and my refrigerator has been empty of wine, and I don't know how to feel about myself. I need a moment. I don't know.
I feel like you shouldn't feel any way, but you should love yourself. That's the only.
No. I do love myself, but
the lack thereof.
Just open wine. Like this time you just want to open and drink wine and not want to go to the tequila or the vodka or the rum or whatever. And I'm just like,
that's how I felt.
All I have is tequila and vodka and rum. Where is my wine? Like,
and you always got the wine on deck.
I always have the wine on deck. So listen, I'm in between blessings right now. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. I'm definitely gonna bounce back. Don't think I'm not. Don't think I'm not.
Of course you are.
Krista, you and I, we're always like in the same frequency. I've joined 2 different wine delivery services. I'm like, I just want to make sure that there's wine in my house. So like, I haven't done that in a bit. It's on brand for me. You know, like exploring new flavors, exploring new wines, and also making damn sure that there is wine in the house.
Yo, facts. Like I feel like if you live by yourself, to be honest, even if you have your own space, I feel like they always say like your necessities, like your food necessities. Oh, I don't know how I grew up, but in my house we always had to have bread, eggs, mayonnaise, some type of canned good food or whatever. But now I feel like you have to add wine to your necessities list.
Yes.
100%.
You have to add it. And the fact that I am missing a necessity, I'm what is happening? The bare necessities. I am missing one.
Bare necessities.
I knew you would catch it, Becky. That's why I said it. I knew you would catch it.
You know me. I love you.
That's why I'm just like, no, like what is happening here? And it's not like I can probably go to my sister's house and get wine, but then she's gonna probably have me do other things like help her move something or
you know that family shit. You end up
like don't nobody want that. I just came for the wine.
Can you help me with this though? And
right. I just came for the wine. Like I didn't come to help you or I love you, but no, like I just came for the wine. Give me wine. And I'll be on my way. That's it.
Anytime I go to my mom's house, because she's short, and I'm not even tall, mind you. My mom is just short. It's always like, oh, hey, can you go? Ooh, I hear stuff.
Yeah, but why does it show? I don't want you to show.
I got
there
you.
We go. Oh, my face is right there.
Girl, what is happening? Did we not just have a discussion earlier before we got on this stream?
Hey, I apologize. Excuse me.
She's trying to set us up. Hey, Mimi,
I'm sorry, Mimi. My bad. Oh, bad, Christina.
Mimi, I was thinking about you too. I definitely got to text you.
I'm gonna drink for you, Mimi. My apologies.
But yes, I have a rendition of my honorary juice. I just don't have my cranberry part. But everything else is in there.
Look at that.
So, Christina, you want to give everyone the rules before we get into it?
Absolutely. As it is tradition, we celebrate on Thirsty Thursdays. And we celebrate by commemorating an Undertaker's gong sound, whatever it is that we want to cheers to. So here we go. And I want to start by having a hella awesome Thirsty Thursday. Fuck yeah.
Yes. So this is our celebration of 2022 edition of Thirsty Thursday, the last one of the year. So we're really going to be celebrating what a phenomenal year we had and how, you know, life comes in waves, but we are blessed.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
we are. Damn right we are.
Of you guys.
Thank you, Nini.
And just all the things that we did this. First of all, another year of Thirsty Thursday, first off. Like
who just thunk it?
Years now?
How many years? Two?
We're on our way to celebrate our 3rd year. Because we're already like 2 years and something.
Yeah.
2 years and some.
So we're 2.5 years in. Right. For Thirsty Thursday. And where'd Jeree? Because we definitely told her she had to be up here this time. Somebody better text her.
Yeah, we got
somebody better text her.
Jeree, we love Jeree. Jeree is having a tender day today. She's having a tender day. Okay. So we're letting Jeree have her time. She's currently streaming as well, so she might not be able to join us because she's currently engaged with her community. But we send her love. If you know Jeree, if you can give Jeree a follow on Twitch, why not? She is amazing. She's a member of this family.
You were so nice.
She's a member of this family. And today she's having a tender day today. So she deserves niceness today.
We love you.
Absolutely.
Shout out
Jeree.
Shout out to PJ too. Face Beat.
Yes. Face Beat representing what? PJ is doing well. She sends love as well. Actually, I spoke to her a couple of days ago. So
yay, we love her too. So guys, in the comments, Let us know some of the things you want to celebrate, some of your favorite moments in wrestling this year. We'll toast to it. But chill, because I gotta go to work in the morning, so I can't be, drinking this whole time. But we do want to celebrate everything.
I definitely have a busy tomorrow, so yeah, and I'm still recovering from last night tonight. Like, okay, yeah.
And we're waking up for early, so I don't want to be hungover for the sound off, and y'all better be there. Just saying.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even get crazy last night. I was out. If you guys know, if you're in New York, Brooklyn area, you guys heard of I Love R&B Wednesdays. Shout out to DJ Big Reef, People's Champ, my bro. He also works at the station. He celebrated 1 year with the company yesterday, so we celebrated there at his party, and it was a lit situation. It was so much fun. And I don't want to say like I was ODing with the drinks flowing and stuff or whatever, but I kept it cute last night. The problem is me and this thing called sleep. That's what I'm covering. I need the sleep part. Not even had no hangovers, no nothing. I'm good, but it was a good time. So shout out DJ Big Reef. And if you're ever in Brooklyn, please, every Wednesday, please make sure y'all tap into I Love R&B Wednesdays, because it's a vibe. You be hearing songs you forgot were there, okay? It took me back yesterday, and it's a good time. I've been there a few times. It's a good time. People come out, have fun, celebrate, do whatever it is they need to do. So it was cool. Shout out to my best friend Keisha. She came with me last night.
Hey, shout out to Keisha. Yes,
it was fun. And she never comes outside. She never comes outside. So for her to come outside on a weekday night at that,
you know what? Cheers to Keisha.
Yeah, cheers to Keisha.
Because I'm the same fucking way. So I'm like, hey, you know what?
Going outside in the wintertime, I got to give it up to everybody. Shout out to Wrestling Realm, Vaughn,
April.
Like now, every single time that that a project reaches out to me, I'm like, am I gonna be working inside or outside? Outside, no, thank you. I'm just gonna stream that day, and hopefully, I'll make up for it. Cause
cheers to that,
right?
Yeah, cheers to that.
Damn right.
That's a cheers moment, because that's a lot. Like,
oh my God, being able to monetize being you is a pretty awesome thing.
It really is. And thank you, P. I am so overwhelmed and quite frankly freaking humbled by the fact that there's people who choose to stay, there we go, I tried it, to spend X amount of time with me on my stream, with us on our streams. I'm just like, you know what? Thank you. Just thank you for being here. And like the fact that you think that my energy and my time is worth recognizing, because damn right it is.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what? Snaps for that. Snaps.
Snaps to that. Cheers to being booked and busy this year. I feel like both of y'all definitely have been. Like,
it's not a glitch. I just keep on cheering.
Sip water. I'm gonna alternate because it might be.
That's fair. That's fair.
Bakey. We're gonna be on this stream tomorrow like this. Hey y'all, here's the sound off, and can't do that.
I told Chris.
Yes, P. You got to include yourself in that too, because you've definitely been booked and busy.
Yes, you have
been doing your thing as well. So please, you've been. What I love about P would be like, I'm going away, and she will go away, even if it's like a mini little vacation up the block. You're not hearing from her, okay? And she takes that time for herself.
Seriously,
like, P, where you at? Oh, I'm away. I'm out of town. All right, I'm not gonna bother you, sis. Enjoy. I won't hit her up until she hits me up, so I know that she's okay.
Like all of a sudden, I just see her Instagram and like whatever month dump of like me being somewhere, and I'm just like, oh, girl.
In the day, like I do a lot in the day, so it's like sometimes like when I'm like, no,
you got to take yourself out.
I love that. I love that.
And
I don't think I've taken a vacation since 2018.
What?
I don't think I've taken a vacation since 2018, and the fact that you take the time to go out and recharge, you know, just make sure to recenter your energy. Calm down.
Like, were we centering our energy here? Like, what's
Right? Like we're centering our energy. Shut up. I really appreciate that you take the time to do that because it's so
like
necessary and we keep pushing it off. You don't.
She has to. And it I would have never if you would have told me if these two versions of us would have told P 4 years ago, girl, you're gonna be taking vacation, you're gonna be taking breaks, you're gonna be doing
It's not vacation though, because it's funny, like it's like I still like I like the isolation to also get work done. So it's like, like you know. It's
well,
like,
okay, so let's not say vacation, but you still take that time.
Like working home. Yeah. It's more just like getting out of New York City.
Yeah, you still take that time. Like you literally go out of state just to go out of state for a day. Like you will go for a day just to sightsee.
I fucking love that.
Just to just take a break from yourself. Even if you go out just to go get work, then you sit like in a coffee shop you've never been in, you sit in an atmosphere and environment you've never been in. That's still taking time and recharging or whatever, because that can literally like refuel you while you're at your computer. Like nobody always wants to be sitting in the same environment and background all the time every day. Like I don't want to always sit in Flatbush to go work or whatever. Sometimes I don't want to sit in my house to work. Thank God I have one to sit and work in. But it's just like you get too comfortable and complacent. So if you to just be like, you let the flower child and you get up and be like, all right, come on, we out, let's go.
You know what? I'm gonna drink to that because fuck this. Yes.
Right.
Why am I cursing?
I love you guys.
I'm sorry. I'm already.
You let the flower child in you. I need to awaken my inner flower child, but I'll probably.
And you know what? Like that is truly one of the things that
you energize us.
Yes, Krista, you do energize us. But B, like the reason why I said yes earlier to what we're gonna be talking about later is because I'm like, I need to go out, I need to do things, and you inspire me, P. You inspire me. And I'm like, you know what?
I love you. You inspire me.
Let me seize the freaking day. Let me seize the freaking day and go do things.
Go do things. Absolutely. There's this little fly in here who's trying to get tipsy off of my drink, and I am not having it.
I've seen you fighting.
Like I'm literally fighting with this move. Like, I don't even know where it came from.
I just see you talking these nice things and just
like just.
What's the wildest shit you heard in wrestling this year that had you like, what the fuck? Because like, so okay, real quick before we go into it,
I was one.
How this year was the least invested I was in the current product on TV, but at the same time, the most active I was in wrestling.
Yeah, me too. Same.
Yes.
So much on the
though.
Outside of just watching the shows, like it's like between us traveling to shows, between the news, the wild news, between the indies. We definitely got to have a section for the indies.
Yo, we got to give it up to the indies. Absolutely.
I was like, this is probably the wildest year in wrestling, but the boredest, yeah, maybe that's the word. Boredest I was with the product.
We gonna make it a word today. Shit.
There we go. Yes, if Shakespeare can make up words, so can we.
We got.
I don't know what my. I don't know.
You got it. Yes.
I really would have to sit and think on what's the wildest thing that I've heard. But I can tell you the wildest thing that I've seen, and Vom actually just put in the comment. We was taken back to our childhood when we saw Austin and Vince have a match at Mania. Like that's just something I would have thought. I thought I would have never seen in person, and for it to happen, and for us to just like be in that moment, like in that space, it was just like, and the fact that P almost took my kneecaps completely off. This because nobody was expecting it, and she should have put it on the outside, not on the inside. And that was we was opposite. And she just literally just like the music hit. And she was
my god, yo!
I couldn't even look down fast enough. Like I had to feel like they still there. Like damn. sis.
Damn, P.
No, imagine not
Please.
knowing that like Stone Cold's gonna show up. Like you don't like hearing the glass shatter when you don't expect it in a fucking stadium.
Even when you do expect it, you're just like,
exactly. So it's like, yo, I went, I did. I'm sorry, girl.
That's right. It's worth it.
It was justified.
It was justified. It was a justifiable knee snatch. So I'm gonna put that on the shirt. A justifiable knee snatch. Somebody write that down, please.
Yo, we have so much, like merch
that goes for the shop.
Yes, for sure.
But no, that was one of the wildest. Another wild in a fun way moment was
that's right, Vaughn.
Yeah, that's a what the fuck moment. But for me was actually just being around everybody that weekend, like that Mania weekend from when we touched down. I know, Mimi. I know. The kneecaps get no respect. I get it. But then just like being around everybody that weekend, like from the wrestlers themselves, like the ones in WWE, the ones that the indie ones, like everybody just showing love and everybody just mingling. Like me and P took a picture with Top Dollar and she was like, oh my God, we love you. Can we get a picture? And I'm just like, okay. And in my head, I'm just like, who the fuck is this? Like, I know who the fuck is this? Like, and
I always remember his name is Top Dollar. Sorry, go on.
And to see P come out her show around the wrestlers themselves, like Damian Priest and all, like P, we know that P was always shy and starstruck, but that weekend she was on a whole nother level.
I was so collected and demure.
So proud of myself. Like
I'm proud of you too.
I was like this close to wrestlers, and I was just like
casual. I belong here.
But me on the other hand, I'm walking up to Jay Uso, like, what up, Us? What's up? Having a casual conversation. Like we know, like we grew up together or something.
We've been here.
Christina, didn't you have some firsts this year?
You had some firsts this
year. I absolutely did. So those are definitely things that I'm not only grateful for, but still a little bit starstruck. Like this was my very first indie year. I went to my first indie show and y'all were there. And I was so happy. I was just like, ah! And I met the amazing Mia Yim. And I was just like, oh my God. Was I starstruck? Yes, I was. Did she know who I was? Yes, she did. Absolutely. Were we geeking a little bit? Yes, we were. Oh, I love her. I go regularly to her stream. Now that she's streaming again, she's hilarious. I crack her up. She cracks me up. We have that kind of relationship. It's nice. But it's still I know very well, and I am aware that it's still an internet relationship. So we respect and we let that flourish as it may.
Right. Yes. Love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And also got to meet Willow, whom I am absolutely starstruck by. I love her so much.
She's magical.
I am so proud of her.
So proud of Willow. Okay.
So proud of her. I'm just like, like I talk to my television like I know her. I think I've mentioned this to you guys. Like I talk to wrestlers. I call them by their first names when I am yelling at my TV. And I'm just like, I see her and I'm just like, girl, yes. Yeah. Like I see Mia doing shit and I'm just like, Stephanie. And like, AJ, what are you doing? Like, I think I know them. I know I don't. But
you're manifesting.
I am manifesting. I got it. You know.
She recognized you. She
was like, I was like, hi, I'm Chris. And she's like, I know who you are. And I'm like, oh, ma'am. Thank you.
That's it. Yes, Justin. The Omni after parties. Okay.
Correct.
Becky, we got to get you to an after party.
Yes. Well, I did go to one in 2021 with you guys when we went to well after that SmackDown that we
we went to Legends. Yeah, we went to Legends. That was the first SmackDown. That
was the first time we met with Therese. She was there too.
Yes. And we was definitely singing BTS and everything and Legends and whatnot. It was
and
fun.
then that's where the vanilla vodka came into play.
You know, it's crazy. I still have Crown Vanilla, but I don't have Coke.
That was.
I have Crown Vanilla,
good,
but I don't have Coke.
That shit is delicious. That shit is delicious.
That shit was so good.
Well, go get yourself some Coke.
Why would you think of this? Like,
it wasn't me. It was her.
But I said, Jaree, why would you think of this? Like,
I mean, I have to say, my favorite flavor of Coca-Cola is vanilla Coke.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm like, but make it boozy. That's very vanilla Coke.
That's it. Thanks. Shout out to Jaree. Okay.
Shout out to Jaree. You know what? Yeah. Cheers to my girl.
That's the homie.
That's right.
Pete, what about you? What were some of your what the F moments? Like,
so I was just thinking about this because I haven't thought about it in a while. Was this year's Royal Rumble and Ronda popping up and winning. Like, now it's like, okay, she's back, so we like kind of know she's back, but like that's really how she came back. Like, nobody asked her to. Nobody missed her. And it was a Royal Rumble of like all these divas that came back, and then Ronda pops up and
beats everybody.
And then that was that. So
I thought you were honestly gonna say the return of Bayley and them at SummerSlam because you were there.
Oh, I was thinking what the fuck, like what the fuck, but that was a what the fuck.
No, I thought what the fuck, like good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. That's why I brought
it. That was wild. Hearing Bayley's music, that's when I like officially kind of
Bianca's face
was so good.
what I can say, what I love about Bianca is that when she's in the ring, she will literally show you real life emotions. So even when Becky came back, or like when her and Sasha main events at Rumble, yeah, right, Mania, she started crying and Sasha had to like slap her out of it, and like all of that. So while you're there, I think I called you. Did I call you as soon as that hit?
No, I think we were on a stream. We were on Alex's.
No. I'm talking about SummerSlam when they hit when the music.
Yep.
I called her, and mind you, I'm in Legends. I had just got finished doing some type of an event, so I couldn't, So I'm in Legends, freezing for whatever reason. It was so cold in that damn place, like shivering. And I'm like, P, oh my God. Like literally the conversation was an oh my God conversation for like 2 minutes. And then we couldn't hear each other and hung up the phone. And I'm just like, the way that it erupted in that stadium out there was the same way it erupted in Legends up here. And I'm just like, yo, I know P is living, like she is going ape shit right now.
I was so happy.
I was
also just being in Bianca's hometown. I love hometown crowds, so just seeing that, Also the ring, the fucking
and that shit.
When
fucking
Brock Lesnar, I was about to say snowplow, but okay, whatever.
God, because that's legit something that I never seen before. And from watching wrestling your fucking whole life and always into it, you it's not a lot that can like surprise you.
Right.
But when I seen that legit was like, oh, and then Roman just so good. Catching the mic when they were like, it was great.
Bring it down some, sis. Okay.
I'm just saying, he's like he's very good at what he does. Can we cheers to Roman?
No. We're not cheersing to Roman because you're initiating the cheers.
Can we
cheers
to Roman?
So.
Can we cheers to Roman?
Becky and I will initiate the Roman cheers. Okay. This is what we're not finna do. Okay. So on behalf of P, we will cheers. Me and Becky are initiating this cheers to Roman. Thank you.
To Roman.
Yes. Because this is playing too much for my blood. I ain't got time.
Tribal chief.
But also,
good.
what the
I'm
F
good.
moment for me? Oh no, Becky, you go first, and I'll come back because you didn't.
No,
go
no, no.
yet.
I was just that was my moment. That was all I wanted to say. I was just like, "Ooh, tribal chief," just like like he doesn't have a wife and I'm not married. Like,
Hey.
I said, like,
Oh,
I'm. It's that time of the year.
oh, okay,
respectfully,
okay.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
I thought. That's what I could have. I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear get anything misconstrued up here. But no, another what the F moment for me was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar had. I feel like he had one of the best wrestling years.
Thank you for the cheer, April. You're the best. Thank you. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm figuring that's the Twitch things. I'm like, cheers, huh? But yeah. Brock Lesnar had literally the best wrestling year. Like, I didn't even care that he was a part-time anything because y'all gave me Ponytail Brock. Oh, y'all know how I feel about Ponytail Brock. Okay,
I love him.
If y'all cut Ponytail Brock hair, then y'all gave me Ponytail Brock. He was on the mic. He just didn't give a F. And although, like, he put on some great ass matches throughout his year this year, like, and it was really with the same damn person, but they literally took it up a notch every time. So
I don't think it was a stagnant storyline. It really just kept on giving.
Yeah, it just kept on giving,
which can be very difficult when it's just a continuous rivalry that keeps on going and you just keep fighting the same person. It's like, how many more times are we going to see this? Which is what happened, in my opinion, a couple years ago with Seth and Ray. I was like, I'm tired of this shit.
Oh God.
Move on.
Take his other eye out now. Like, what's happening now? Like, it's too much.
Yes.
And how many times can we see Rey Mysterio like almost die? Like,
I'm about to lose his other eye.
Over it.
I'm tired of this.
But that eye thing was so horribly done. Like, Ray, we see it. We see that it's not real, baby.
It is a tennis ball.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
We looking at you, Ray. You gotta, being that your hands is little, you gotta figure out another way to make it work. So give me some fake blood with it. Do something. Don't. Come on.
If your eye is in your hand, it's on your hand. Like, if you're holding your fucking eye, like that shit, like, do something.
To be great. But I guess they had to figure it out because it was panoramic time and we was heavy in it, and it was just like,
yes,
you gotta make it work when you make it work.
Question: Was this the first full year of wrestling shows like post-pandemic where like the whole calendar year was,
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think so. And quite frankly,
last year
it's been a better year of wrestling. So
last year we did Jobber Slam. That was the first year. Last year, those wrestling girls low key went viral on behalf of me because I don't take shit. That's for you, Math. Although I will say I think I'm turning the corner because me and Math are Math and I seem to be getting along much better now. Like, every time I speak to him, it's not, I'm going to punch you in. Like, it's not threatening. It's not like a curse out. It's literally like a, hey, have a good day. And I don't know who I am. Maybe this is, the Holy Spirit restoring my soul or something. I don't know. But
I'm going to say that's what it is.
I'm a work in progress. Okay. And, maybe it'll change. Like, if I see him in person. Because that's what typically it normally does. But for right now, we on some good terms. So, but yeah, I feel like we did Jobber Slam last year. We did a few indie shows. No, we really just did Jobber Slam last year.
Yeah, this year we was at a lot of indie shows.
Yeah, we did a lot of indie shows this year. We witnessed our first death match, our first and last, because I'm not going to another one.
I can't. I fucking can't. If I squirm every single time I'm watching them on TV, I don't even want to consider going to a live event. No.
Like, I don't even understand how I give it up to those wrestlers who was a part of that. But P was quick to be Mimi. It was me, Mimi, and P, right? And Mimi was like, I can't watch it. I'm gonna go to the other side. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay. P was like, all right, we gonna stay. She gonna stay a little bit. literally, I think one light bulb shattered and broke. P was already. I looked to my left. He was already out the door.
I seen guys flying like in the crowd, and I was like,
it was literally flying.
That's why I don't want to fuck with those things.
And
I'm just
it's
like,
it's a lot because
it's
there's
a lot.
like,
listen, if I go to SeaWorld and they're like, no, this is the splash zone, get a fucking, you know, like get something to cover yourself because you're gonna get wet. I can stand water. I don't want glass. I'm in the splash zone. Please don't.
And it's crazy because we were standing up in the back. Like we weren't even like in the front where the ring, like near the ring. We were in the back, and
Nowhere is safe.
No, we were safer in the back, but the impact, the sound, like it just is literally was just like, oh my gosh, like, and me, I'm trying to tough it. I'm like, I'm good, like I could stay here. So Math was like, go ahead, take your ass out here, take your ass from out of here. I said, no, I'm good. But then I'm pulling on his shirt and cringing on him, and I got Phil on the other side, like, what the fuck is? I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Like I'm going to the other side. And it was the other side. And we shout out to Ron. I actually got, was it this picture? I can't tell if it was this picture that I got that day. Oh yeah, it was. Definitely a picture of Hit Row and STP. That's on this picture right here. Let me move my microphone back so you guys can see. Right here. B-Fab, Top Dollar.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Look at that. Yeah.
So I actually got it from there that day when I was trying to, get myself together after that match. I'm just like, how do they do this? Like, I get why they do it, but
No.
Never knocking what you do, because only you are meant to do what you do. But
absolutely.
And there is clearly people are into it. Like there were some people that like couldn't get enough. Then it was people like us that was like in the back. And I can say like if we had like a wrestling list, like at least we can check that off. We can be like, okay,
like a bucket list, wrestling bucket list.
Yes, I can say I've been to one. Don't need to go to another one. Respect everybody that does it and likes
respectfully. Look at Mimi laughing because she know what it was. She know what it was. She knew what it was that day.
Mimi reliving this at home. She's like, oh no.
Mimi came inside literally within 5 minutes of whatever shattered first or whatever. She was like, I can't take this. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna head out like the SpongeBob meme. I'm just going to head out. Mimi was out, and I should have followed right behind her, but I decided to stay a little bit. Who told me to do that? I don't know. She was gone.
Yeah.
But look, Rakasha went to her first.
For Mimi. Snaps to me for knowing.
Snaps to Mimi, and cheers to Rakasha going to her first live event.
You know what?
Oh, yeah. Around WrestleMania,
yes.
So you know it was popping.
Mm-hmm.
You know it was popping.
Heck yeah.
Justin, so it was at For the Culture. It was Billy Dixon versus I don't remember who he.
I want to say Yaya, but it wasn't Yaya.
Yeah, that was Yeah, that was what that was. But can I say also how many indie shows we've been to that they've all been like Black or like ran by like people of color. So like first indie show was I went to see like Jay Bougie wrestle, but like the first indie show that I like went to was Jobber Slam. And then Battle Club Pro, like I've been to a few of their shows this year. And like
Mimi said it was Hoodfoot. And definitely it was Hoodfoot and Billy Dixon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mimi. Justin was in the front row.
He knew. He was like, no.
I knew he was there. No, he was in the front row.
Is my internet weird?
A little, but it'll come back.
A little pixely.
It'll come back. Still cute.
Still cute. I want to talk about, since we brought up Jay Bougie, I want to toast him because he really, like this year, I think was like his breakout year. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Anyone who, and I just came across the anniversary of like one of his first matches from, I want to say like 2016, 2017. So to go from that to now being in the PWI, you know, like all of the indie shows that he's been a part of, the feuds that he's kind of made him a star. Like,
and his dark match on AEW.
oh yes.
You know what?
I
Yeah,
watched
let's
that
drink
match.
to
Let's
him.
definitely toast to Bougie.
Toast to
Everything.
Blue. I already feel it.
And he, you know, he's family, but also you know, I recognize a hustle, I recognize a hustle, and he's been working.
Absolutely.
So I gotta give it
And
to
it's
him.
funny too, because so I feel like it was always meant for P and I to meet one way or another. So when P and I met, we met through her sister, as you know. But also when I was working on my thesis for grad school, I happened to be at this train to go to the wrestling school that Jay Bougie was at, which was Johnny Rod's wrestling school. And at the time, I didn't know that the two were related.
Okay.
So after we get those wrestling girls off the ground, I don't know if you remember this, P. We started doing like the post shows or whatever for their matches, and P was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go hear my god brother John." Da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, so cool. Like I didn't put two and two together. Then she sent the then when we get there, she's like, "Oh, Krista, this is John." John was like, "I know you." Was like, "Oh, I know you too." P was like, "What? How?" I was like, "Because I was here with Jay Rain doing my thesis, and that's how I met Bougie and Jasmine and everybody that was there, Karen Bam Bam." And I'm just like, wow, it was literally such a small world. So me and P were meant to cross paths one way or another.
Damn
One way
right.
or another.
Damn right. Snaps to that. You know what? Did we drink to that already? Because that
We
deserves.
did, but we're celebrating tonight.
You know
so
what?
it's
But
a
we can
drink.
just collectively drink because it's my
Let's
computer.
collectively drink. Shout out to my dad joining us.
Hi, Dad.
It is okay. Late or not, it is okay. You're always here. You're always showing up. You're always showing out. And we love you so
We love you, Dad.
much. Absolutely.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, we're not gonna fault him for liking The Rock over Stone Cold. We're just gonna, you know.
You want to switch? You can have my brother and I can have your dad because y'all like Stone Cold. We like The Rock. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have to take
every
him back,
household. Every household needs one of each. So no, you cannot trade.
I mean, my brother is definitely is like he cannot be replaced in my life or whatever. But when it comes down to wrestling stuff, oh, P and look at this. How about this? My brother and P are both Capricorns. Okay.
Oh wow.
P's dad and I are both Pisces. Like it works. It works.
Really works.
It works.
If it works,
Like,
it works.
My brother's birthday is the 15th. P's birthday is the 11th. Like it works. That's it. It works.
Totally works.
So like when it comes down to wrestling, you know, I'll take your dad, you take my brother, but you know, we gotta definitely bring them back. Like
yeah. I mean,
I love that.
Stuff
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna be like, hey, next time I'm really trying to convince my brother to come to California. I promise you.
Oh, I'm trying to convince everyone to come to California.
But my brother, I'm like, yo, come to California. You could bring.
Figure out my finances to come.
I'm like, you could bring my. Listen, it's happening. Speaking to
We'll figure
Okay,
something
it's
out.
happening. It's happening.
Listen, look. See what your daddy put. Speak the truth. That's what I'm doing. See?
That said it. You know what? And to that, just because we don't have water, but
just because
yeah, but I've been trying to convince my brother.
That's right.
I keep trying to convince my brother, like, hey, come to California for Mania weekend. Like, you don't even gotta come for like the entire whatever. Like, bring my nephews, bring both of them,
Right.
or whatever, and they'll just have fun. They'll be at a Mania experience, and I just go home. But I know if my brother was to see Stone Cold live in person, talk about you almost take it off my kneecaps. You gonna take it off my neck. Like my nephew gonna have to come and be like, hey, come up here and get, you know. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming. But just for him for them to experience a Mania, like my oldest nephew has been to several wrestling events because I've taken him. My youngest one's been to one. The one that we went to, and coincidentally was sitting behind the wrestling club, which we will talk about too as well.
Yes.
And so I really want my brother to experience like knowing that Austin is going to be there. Like I really want him. I don't want him to experience something he doesn't watch now, but for him to know that Austin is going to be there, it just would have been lit. It's just going to be lit. So I'm trying to convince him, like, hey, let's just go. Let's just go. Hey Ben, thank you. So I'm working on that. I'm definitely working on having him come to California for Mania. Or we're gonna manifest Austin being in Philly for WrestleMania 40. We can drive there. It's fine.
Yes, yes to both.
Yes. All that.
Something that sorry, go on.
No. I want to hear what you're gonna say.
I want to shine and celebrate the fact that on Comic-Con New York this year, we had an all-female women of color panel, wrestling panel. I was there. It was lit. It was so lit. Stephanie Hardy, you are a freaking treasure. Karen Bam Bam, she took my breath away. Like all of the women that were there. I right now the names are escaping me, but our
Janelle from HR.
Yes, Janelle from HR. Our girl from Wrestling Wind Down. Like
Low as
well. Like it was so wonderful to see these women in these positions of, hey, I am doing what I'm meant to be doing, and I'm getting recognized for what I'm doing in the world of wrestling. I am here. I am leaving my mark. And I was just like, it was so freaking amazing to see it. Can't wait to keep on seeing it. I've seen that they have done other, like a couple of other Comic-Con
in Europe. I think they're in California.
California, yeah.
So
you know what? To that, cheers.
Don't worry, we're next, definitely.
Yes.
So I want to shout out. Hopefully, Mimi didn't leave yet because they're Black Wrestling about to go live. But I want to shout out Black Wrestling. Hey, Morgan.
Yeah.
And just everything they did this year, just from being in Dallas with them,
we've been spammed.
Their brand has grown, adding Mimi to the fold and everything she's done for the brand and the other podcast they've started. And I watched their trivia night that they did last weekend, I want to say. And it was a holiday giveaway with Black Announce Table and the A Show. And it was so good. It was like hosted by Stat Guy Greg. It was so fun. It was so well produced.
Shout out to Stat Guy Greg.
Shout out to him. And just the overall branding and everything of Black Wrestling, the merch, everything that they've been doing. Like the list, their Black Wrestling list. Like I really have to give it up to everything that they've been doing.
Absolutely. And they are so funny. Mm-hmm. When I say if you guys have never tuned into a Black Wrestling podcast,
have to.
Y'all need to. Like, they are so funny. They are so funny. Like they nicknamed me. I got a nickname and a drop from Cal.
Yes. I love Cal.
I got
drinking water. We drinking water too.
We drinking water. I sent you the drop. P. I sent you the drop. So you have to include that in your when we revamp for the audio part, you have to include that.
Hey JJ.
But yes, they're so funny. They're super, super dope. It's not much, it's no negative thing that I can say about them. Including math.
They're really like family. And I want to shout out Black Announce Table as well. Won that trivia night actually. Everything they've been doing. Yeah, I love Baja Blast. Just the community. Like when I say we showed up and showed out this year, we definitely showed up and showed out this year for sure.
We really did.
For real.
I have to shout out Swole, my sis, Big Swole, our sis. I was able to speak to her a lot this year. just from being on, even Ron, like I was able to speak a lot to a lot of these wrestling fans, these wrestling community. If you have a Twitter, please, every Tuesday and Thursday, please make sure you tune in, tap into Coffee with Rev. It starts at 7:30 in the morning, and there's absolutely no end time. Okay.
Oh.
There's one day the was on from like 7:30 in the morning to like 3-4 in the afternoon. They go for hours.
Oh my God.
And it's not all like, and that's a space where you just don't talk wrestling, you talk everything.
Okay.
Everything. Like, because we're in this wrestling world, sometimes you want to detach yourself from that a little bit. So they give you that space. So shout out to Ron. Just to be in there, Brian be in there, Mimi be in there, Matthew in there, Sam be in there, Dre, Professor, of course, Rev, of course, Sloan. Sometimes Swole is in there, sometimes Lovely is in there. Like, you meet so many people in there. And yes, Vaughn be in there. Rev had an entire work day on that space. Seriously. Like Rev be in meetings and be like, I'm in this meeting, I'm gonna mute myself. We're gonna be here. And we'll just talk. And I promise you, like, if you have the time, like, you don't even have to speak. You could just listen in if you have the time. And it's the most funniest thing I've ever been a part of. Like, and sometimes I'm like, on Tuesday, I was the only girl in there. So I was like, I was commanding my space.
Fuck yeah.
As you should.
As you should.
But it's a really fun time. And this past Tuesday, Brian actually spoke.
Oh, well, look at that.
Brian H. Waters actually spoke, and we were talking about apparently Bougie didn't show up to his match or whatever. So he was like the Bougie advocate. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it's a really good time. So shout out to Rev. Shout out to Rev. He's done a lot. Like, he's helped us a lot. Like, definitely, he's the one who almost went viral. It's because of him why me and Mav got into it. Why we went viral, low key viral. The first Power Slam. If I wasn't talking about Rev's suit that he got off of Church Avenue, like, if he would have breathed too hard, his buttons would have popped. And Mav didn't want to enter. Mav was over here minding grown folks' business. Then,
I love that, Vaughn.
I love that.
That's it.
Oh God, Brian H. Waters would love that comparison for sure.
He would. I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to him. Don't move it yet. Don't, you moved it.
Sorry, I put it back.
Take a screenshot. What are you using your phone for?
What happened?
Take a
I'm gonna text it to him right now.
Okay, fine.
So,
yeah. Also shout out Wrestling Realm. They celebrate. I have no more champagne, but they celebrated 500 episodes.
Yes,
they did.
Insane.
500. Can we toast to that? Because what?
How do you 500 pieces of content? Insanity. Right.
Salute to you, because shit.
Salute.
Snaps. That's amazing. That is an accomplishment.
Another thing I want to toast to, and I love that we're just like shouting everyone out because I love doing it. But like, Wrestling Realm 500 episodes, they've been a brand for like 10 years, right? But I also want to shout out people like Vaughn, who just started their podcast, who, tried out their art for our event, and just the bravery it takes to just jump out and do something that's like, out of your comfort zone. And how
brave as hell.
I met him, shout out to you, Vaughn. I met him at Black WrestleFest, which is another highlight we got to talk about. And he has just joined the community. He's been in the community ever since. And it, that's not easy to do that. Easy. And I love, he's traveled to New York. So, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that tried something new this year. My friend Audrey, she had a rough year. But she's an artist and she designed merch for us, and like just seeing the growth of her art and, just stuff like that is just it's so good to see.
Vaughn is definitely amazing when it comes down to art. Can I just shout out Janae?
Yes.
Janae, she's not a wrestling fan. Her boyfriend, however, is definitely a wrestling fan. Oh, I showed Brian the comment, so he's thanking Vaughn right now. Her boyfriend is definitely a wrestling fan, and for Janae to like literally come up and not really know much about wrestling and to do some amazing artwork for us for our event, it's just something that like I'm forever indebted to her. Although she was like, "Why did you tell me you needed an art?" Like she cursed me out so bad. I'm like, "Girl, I didn't." I always knew that she could draw. Like in art class, and from when we was in high school, she was one of the top artists in art class, and for her to do that and
really dope.
Put something together. Good thing she has, because I was just like, girl, draw some Black woman empowerment. Do something. Like if you really want to display your art, you do that. Like I'm not pressuring you to draw wrestling, and for her to come and see that, for us to see that it was a wrestling inspired piece. So Janae, girl, I love you. And she's definitely gonna help me revamp this wall. So you,
yeah,
seeing some Janae artwork on my wall soon, and I can't wait. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. Woman is W0_MAN, and support her artwork. Absolutely support her.
I want to shout out to Morgan real quick.
Yeah.
She's gonna be starting her wrestling training in February. And
oh my god!
Yes, Morgan.
I love that.
I am so here for it. I can't wait, Morgan. You know, girl. And
So Vaughn, you have a rock picture on the way. So that means that we're gonna have discussions about this rock picture and how it can end up on my wall. Okay? All right.
Yeah, I might be quiet, but I like The Rock, and I am sneaky.
Becky, please don't make me have to put in the same category as P. Please.
Ma'am, I would never steal from you.
Thank you.
I never stole from you.
I have not said that you have. I'm just saying, just to make it clear, I would never take The Rock poster from your wall, but I cannot say the same for anybody else.
Oh. That's valid.
So another what the F moment. So if you're talking about indie shows, and Brian definitely brought this up, the street fight between Jay Bougie and Rev Run. Okay? Brian was definitely the referee. Yes, he definitely tried something new, and I'm putting you on the spot, bro. I love you. You're my bro. Whatever. We're at the match. We're at the show, and Brian's referee. So is Bougie and Rev. I already know that I'm team Rev. You know, like I'm like, as much as I love Bougie or whatever, as much as I love Bougie, he's definitely family, whatever. I already know he was the heel. Like he was talking a lot of, like they was both talking shit to each other. So Brian's the ref, setting the tone, mind you. Before, like as a build to this match, Brian was against Bougie. Okay. Brian
against Bougie, he was supposedly against Crocs. And
against Bougie. Okay.
Even though he ended up wearing them, and now he's
exactly. So it was basically like, oh, if
I remember Crocs Gate.
Right.
It still haunts me.
Basically, it was like if Ron wins, Brian would have to wear Crocs or something, whatever. However, the Crocs got involved, it got involved. No, if Bougie wins, Brian has to put on Crocs, because I believe Bougie ended up winning, if I'm not mistaken. Because Brian, that's the only reason why Brian would wear Crocs.
I was shocked.
So Brian decides to, fucking do the whole Yankee referee thing. Slow count it, fast count it. I'm like, what is your problem? Like, what is going on with you? What is happening right now? So I'm so invested in the match that I'm just like, Bougie had his girlfriend come in and interfere with him. I'm like, yo, you need me? I was ready. I was ready to do a shoot. I was ready to do a spot. I was ready, like, and Bougie like kind of cursed me out, in character. In real life. And I'm just like, oh, all right, cool. It was not wholesome, Brian. Stop lying. What that count was wholesome. Okay, it's wholesome as never mind. Anyway, so Brian now all of a sudden he's a ref. You know, he's loving the fact that he was a ref. He definitely did something new this year. He slow counted, he fast counted, and then Bougie ended up winning, so he had to put on Crocs. Fine, no problem. So now this next show that I am not able to attend, I don't know why I didn't attend. I think I had church or an event or something to the effect. At the end, he literally did the whole I'm joining the corporation storyline like The Rock did. And he hugged Bougie, and I'm like,
shirt reveal and all, like in the Bronx too.
In the Bronx.
I
was like, what? Oh, that's why I didn't do it. I was getting my hair done that day because that was the day before our event.
That was the day before our event. Yes.
I was like, what is this, Brian? I don't know if I texted anybody so fast in my life. I promise you. I think I called him too. I think he ain't answered my call. But,
they was definitely using bodega rice.
They was using bodega rice. The only thing they missed was the cat, but that would have been animal cruelty at this point.
Okay. we don't do that.
I wanted to see a chopped cheese though. That was my thing. I was
what's crazy? I've never really had a chopped cheese.
What?
Oh.
It doesn't like when I hit we was ordering chopped cheese since high school. Okay. So my friends on the basketball team would order chopped cheese. I'm like, this looks crazy. Like this looks like it's gonna be a clogged artery. Gonna happen.
I could see that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm all right. I'm okay. So it's never really
I don't need this.
My interest to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat a chopped cheese, but I can't eat it now anyway because I gave her red meat for December. So
right, yeah. We had
that.
I remember.
But yeah, Brian.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yo, Crocs versus Tim's Alley. It don't get more New York than that.
It don't get no more New York than that. No, it don't get no more New York than Tim's versus Uptowns than Ups.
Yes,
New York
Uptowns. Yes, and if you don't call them, that's how I know where people are from, depending on if they call it Uptowns or I hate Forces.
Air Force
is such a Southern thing, Forces.
First of all, the Black Ups are called Black Nasties. Don't nobody call them Black Ups.
I don't like.
They're Black Nasties. My brother had on a pair of Black Nasties. I said,
Black Nasties.
I said, excuse me, why are you wearing these Black Nasties? I said, now all you need is the 8-ball jacket, and niggas gonna be scared of you. No. What do you mean? He's like, what do you mean? I said, yo, you got on Black Nasties. Now all you need is an 8-ball jacket. And if y'all know what I mean when I say that 8-ball jacket, y'all know what video I'm talking about.
Just came across it today.
Yo, while one of the girls who was with the girl that got slapped went to my undergrad. She was on the cheerleading team. I'm serious.
Stop it, because I always wonder, who are these girls? Who got
slapped? She was on the cheerleading team. The way that people was commenting and coming up to her asking her questions, she got tight. Girl, you should have stopped your friend, because your friend literally got the dog shit slapped out of her.
Yeah,
that's just good for showing up. And then you shouldn't even be your friend anymore, because not near one of y'all helped her.
No, that was a wild thing. Yeah, that was a wild thing.
So I told my brother, I was like, yo, you got the 8-ball. All you need is an 8-ball jacket. That's it. Got the Black Nasties on. Come on. You embarrassing me.
Just no. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought about Wale Mania. It just popped into my head because I'm thinking of things that happened this year, and that was fun.
Wale Mania was really fun. I still want my money back. Okay, I want my money back because
don't ever do
in life
VIP.
First of all,
it
was cute on paper. It was definitely cute on paper, so it was worth to spend the money. But then I had to pull my connection.
It was But was it worth it to spend the money, or was it worth the expectation?
It was worth to spend the money because of what the paper on what it said on paper that piqued our expectations.
Noted. Okay, go on.
But when you get there now,
right, and what I think it was just like it was just very unorganized.
Okay.
So we didn't pay for any exclusivity as you would with VIP. Because when I say me and Krista at one point was literally like backstage, literally could have walked on the stage at some point. So
well,
like,
we were able to do that because I had the 2 media passes as well. So I gave you one and I had one.
Right.
But and I get what you're saying. Even if we didn't have it,
right? Like right, and like VIP like really didn't do anything.
Because everybody was upstairs.
She's part of
Hey, Letty.
Hi, Letty.
Hey, who's that?
It's the crew. It's the crew.
I told her, Letty. I was like, she pulls out your glass.
They said it. That
I was like, she pulls out your glass.
Get your life together.
She needs to get it together.
She said, I'm not gang. She said, I'm not Slytherin gang. But thank you.
And that's my cup.
I love you.
That's my cup.
It's a dedication now. So
yeah, it has to be at this point.
Yes, let's toast Letty. Oh, everybody giving her love in the comments.
Yay to Letty!
I love it.
King Letty always.
Another moment this year I want to toast was just Letty in general, because she was able to take photographs. So all the dope photos of Jay Bougie from the shows that we're talking about, most of those shots Letty took.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like good at everything, and that was one of the things that she was good at, and she helped us with our event, and she tried a lot of new things this year. Like, she inspired me so much. I'm so proud of everything she's accomplished this year. So
love you, Letty.
The fact that we were able to work together, was
I really love that. I really love that you guys have that chance, because like you both complement each other so well in what you do. Like, oh wait, I'm getting pixely. Sorry.
I agree.
Right? Like, it's just, there is very few things that are as like that make you just feel as warm and fuzzy inside as it is to be able to work with somebody who understands the kind of vision that you have, a person that whose talents complement what you're trying to accomplish. Therefore, you both complement each other, and that is what I see with you and Letty all the time, and I love that shit. I love that shit.
The epitome of fraternal.
like opposite. She's coming to Cali too.
Hey, Letty!
I'm trying to get everyone to come.
My best friend.
I'm like,
at this point, we need to get a group rate.
Nikisha is coming to Cali. I'm not sure if she's going to be. She's not a wrestling fan. Like, she'll support. Like, she came to the event, whatever. She'll support, but she's not a wrestling fan. She says she'll do Wale Mania, but she's not sure she'll do everything else. But the fact that she's coming to Cali in general, in the first place, for us to like go see our other best friend Jonathan, and then like experience what she'll probably do, like the after parties and stuff, whatever. But I doubt if she comes to an event, I definitely would just have her come to Mania nights 1 and 2, or maybe night 1 or like either or. But the fact that we were talking about it last night when we was in the club. I said, hello, we got a book. Like, what's going on? She's like, you're right, we do. So
sorry.
What is going on?
I think Justin low-key jinxed me though. Like, I feel like
Bray Wyatt, get out of there.
Really out to get me now. Like, seriously.
Listen, you got some oil, you got some sage or something, because
that's what I need.
Some sage and then some Palo Santos to close it up, because
Santo. Don't use the sage. Use the Palo Santo. Get rid of that shit.
Wait, I thought the sage was to get rid of it, and then the Palo Santo was to close it up.
No, it is not. Sage. Okay. So these are my expertise. On this, I can talk all day.
Yes, because I have both sitting on top of my refrigerator.
White sage is specifically an herb used by indigenous peoples of the Americas. So it's technically a close practice that has been kind of like bastardized just to sell in mass produce and sell.
Mm.
But it is a specific sacred herb for the Native American peoples. Well, yes, for the Native American peoples, and it is actually used to call spirits. It's an herb used to summon spirits.
I've heard that.
To like what's the word that I'm looking for? Not fraternize, because you can't do that. To commune.
You conjure up.
Conjure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To conjure and commune with spirits, to like, you know. So if you're trying to get rid of spirits in your house, don't sage it.
Yeah, Palo Santo.
That shit is counterproductive.
Oh.
Use the Palo Santo, or you can use rosemary and lavender. That shit, get that shit out of your house.
I have Florida water too.
As you should. As you should.
I have Florida water.
Because you're Puerto Rico.
And I literally, when I did a good deep clean of my kitchen, when I say I wiped everything down afterwards in Florida water.
As you should.
Let me tell you how light my kitchen felt afterwards.
Every morning when I'm showering, that's the moment that I take to like do my reset, to start my day the way that it should be, to be thankful, to say my thanks, to protect myself from anybody who wishes me harm, because bitch, you're gonna get that shit back. And when I leave my bathroom, I grab my Florida water and I dab it right here, and I dab it right here, and I leave, and I am ready for my day.
I'm gonna do that. I don't put it on me. I don't. But then I also have to, hold on. I have to show you guys this, because y'all know how I feel about my church and feel about my God. Hold on 1 minute.
Ma'am. Bianca or Rhea are my wrestlers of the year. You know what? Bianca is my wrestler every year. Period.
So, 1 year I was in church and my pastor, so they always use oils, right? So this is the oils that I got from church. And literally as soon as I got it, especially I haven't used this one. My pastor was just telling us, you know, leave this one closed, keep it sacred, close to you, whatever. But this one, let me tell you how I literally door sills,
everything,
door sills, window sills, pray about it, close up everything, because the devil and the enemy is not gonna get me. Okay,
they gonna
I'm
try.
not for it. I'm not for it. I'm not here for it, because at the end of the day, I live here by myself. Okay,
damn right, ma'am. Damn right.
Feel like they in here with me. Okay,
snaps for that. Snaps
especially
for that.
living by yourself. Like you gotta do that.
Protect yourself however you can. You never know.
Like, so we're gonna get you some Palo Santos P and some
I got you.
The anointing oil. Vaughn, yes. Yeah, we're gonna get you some Florida water.
Toast to
you know what?
Good spirits. I want to go into next year free of all this shit.
Not want to, you will. You gotta.
I will. And then
started on the full moon in Gemini that just happened, and all the energies. I'm on my shit.
I want to know everybody's sign. If you're watching, put your zodiac sign in the comments, because I'm obsessed.
Team Pisces.
So I work with a 23-year-old and a 22-year-old, and they're also obsessed with astrology. So that's all we talk about. What is your chart? Like, what's your rising? What's your
my little cousin Janelle, she does these. Okay, when I say she sent me my whole natal chart, what's in what and where's in who.
Where's your Mercury? Is Venus? You sound like your Venus is in Aquarius. I'm like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I am my sign is a Pisces, but I'm also my moon rising, I think.
Your moon and your rising. They're two different shit.
3 of those is like your supposedly.
One of them is a Gemini.
Okay.
And it's crazy because my sister's a Gemini, and I love my sister, but we just don't.
If you have a Gemini moon, that would explain a lot about you and I.
I think I have a Gemini moon. Let me go to the archives, because I don't delete text messages. Hold on. I'm gonna
find that out. I found out. So, go ahead, girl.
Go on. I'm sorry.
My moon is Cancer, and my rising is Gemini.
I have a rising Cancer and a moon in Gemini.
Oh my god! And you're an Aries.
Ah!
Aries or a Taurus?
I am an Aries Taurus cusp.
Ooh.
I am an Aries Taurus cusp, and I have, well, technically I am Taurus, but I am Aries Taurus cusp. Do not come at me. Whatever my astrology babes say, I hear you. I know you're right. But I am an Aries Taurus cusp. I don't give a fuck.
Hold on 1 minute. Y'all continue. Just give me 1 minute.
You got it. I am a Gemini moon. I am a Cancer rising. I am a Taurus Venus, and I am a Gemini Mercury.
Oh, see, I gotta pull up my whole thing because I don't know.
I don't
all
remember.
That.
I'm just spitting this shit out. I don't know what that means.
I'm like, okay, I guess
I'm trying to learn.
Like, okay, I guess. But I do feel like knowing that about you, I can see why we like, we vibe. We're here.
Yes,
You know?
like I can, I'm gonna get all like astrological and whatnot. I don't care. But that's why we vibe, and that's why I also vibe with Krista. That's why we all vibe.
Yeah. So the next Thirsty Thursday is gonna probably be my birthday party because my birthday is like the second week of January. So I'm very excited for that.
I'm excited for it too. We gotta celebrate. We gotta do something special.
We do. I'm gonna be fucking 33 years old,
Girl.
but
Girl.
okay, so 32 was the wildest year of my life. And I feel like once you get older and you're like grown, you probably say that about like every year of your life, but this was one of the craziest.
You know what? I'm gonna drink to that because 32 is
It was like the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. Because last year for my birthday, I had fucking COVID.
Girl.
She did.
So I didn't get to do anything for my birthday, but I do have a theory that it kicked off the year the way it should because it forced me to go to Dallas because I couldn't celebrate my birthday. And I was like, you know what? I was kind of always on the fence and I was like, I can't celebrate my birthday. I'm going to Dallas. And then Dallas just kicked off. We talked about it a lot, but like that kicked off so much. So so just how that everything started. And then here we are. It's just like, what does 33 have to bring?
Okay,
I'm so excited for 33. Give me 1 second though. Now I need to take a minute. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I just want to touch back on the so my goddaughter, P, you met my goddaughter. Mm-hmm. So she's literally my kid, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. When her mother was pregnant with her, shout out to Kishana. That's why I had to jump off and call real quick. Okay, I'm thinking that like her mother was in labor. Kishana was in labor with Kamaya, and I kept texting Kishana the entire pregnancy, thinking that she was gonna be born on my birthday. She had me born the next day. She was born the same time I was born. She was born in the morning time, and I was born at night on the night. So I was born 10:03 at night. She was born 10:03 in the morning. So I had to call her to make sure which time. And literally, she's literally me. So when I talk about so my moon is Leo.
I can so see that.
Yeah. Because you know me, sometimes I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to say what I got to say. My moon is Leo. And I think my rising is Gemini.
My rising is Gemini too. And my moon is Cancer.
I could see that. Because you're like, for some reason, out of all the Capricorns that I know, and no shade, no tea, because all the Capricorns I know really just don't have any type of emotion. Like all the Capricorns I know are more so like Letty than you. You show emotion. All the other ones, they really don't show emotion at all.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that. That Capricorns.
At all.
But who did I learn was a Capricorn? I was like so happy to. I was like, yay! Fuck, I don't remember.
Maybe Tiana. Yeah. Tiana's another one.
Oh yeah, that's my birthday twin.
Yes.
How is she? I miss her.
I don't know. I mean, she's good, but I haven't spoken to her in a little bit. But she's good. She's really good. She's doing her thing with her photography, y'all. She's such a dope photographer.
She really, really is. I love her work. I love the work that she did for us for Black Wrestle Fest.
And she was so surprised. She was so surprised. Like, what? So Becky, I was telling P that I had to call my friend Keishana because her daughter is my goddaughter, and she's born the day after me, but she was born at 10:03 in the morning, and I'm born 10:03 at night.
Oh, okay.
We're the same sign. We have the same personality. So I had to call her to make sure what time she was born or whatever. So I'm my moon is Leo, my rising is Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I just had to clear that up.
So that's also why you and P get along so well, because y'all both have the same rising.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And I don't get along with a lot of Capricorns. Like, to be honest, I always felt around, like, so my friend Derea, she's a December Capricorn, and she was like the first Capricorn outside of my family that she was like my first Capricorn friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the January Capricorns, when I was growing up, will always, you have like, your time of the month is coming and you have your mood swings, you don't want to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
The January Capricorns were that for me.
That.
Like,
okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm about, but when it comes to P, like, I could just talk to her every day and nothing happens. But all the other ones, although my best friend Nikisha is one, I love her to death. Child, you're doing too much. Stop it.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about, like, I know that this is super weird, but I feel that way about July Leos. Like, I love Leos. I get along so great with Leos.
I love Leos so much.
But July Leos?
They're different. They different.
They don't catch these hands.
My mama was a July Leo. Yeah, my mama was a July Leo, and trust, we would. She was like, "Who you talk? I'm your child. You forgot? I'm your child."
I have this one July Leo that I'm just like, just say one more thing. Just
one
say
more,
it.
please.
Just
please.
say it. Just say it. Because we stopped being friends a while ago. Just say it. Anyways, I'm projecting. JJ, listen, you wanna tune tomorrow at noon for the sound off with me and Krista, because we're gonna be talking about Jade.
Listen, if you want the link, let me know. We'll send it to you. Okay, you could definitely join us. We'll have our first guest on. No, she's not our first guest. I'm sorry. Wait, will she be our first guest?
No, Justin was there.
Oh yeah, Justin. Okay. I feel like Justin is honorary. No shade.
Justin don't count.
Justin counts, but he's also honorary. So
that's true.
He counts.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So yes. But we will be talking about Jade. We definitely gonna be talking about The Rock because you're not.
Ooh, yes. Highlights of 2022. Honestly, so many. Well, I mean, this is nothing to do with wrestling. This is personal, but
It don't matter. It's a highlight. We never said wrestling related. It's a highlight.
Girl, I wasn't a movie.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't a big deal fucking movie.
Now, yo. Congratulations,
Thank
yo.
Thank you.
I'm just busy.
I'm still in awe. I still forget about that shit because that shit was wild.
I'm so happy for you.
I have a new highlight.
Thank you, baby.
That I haven't told anybody yet. I think I told Chris. I just found out yesterday. So next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I was asked to co-host a CUNY radio show.
Ooh, booked and busy.
Yeah. So I will be co-hosting the CUNY radio show. It's clean, so I have to like not curse. Which I think I did good. I don't think I cursed yet. So I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can totally do it. But it's very exciting.
And because it's no cursing, I'm gonna drink water to that.
Oh yeah, it's no cursing.
To that too. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. But I feel like one of my other biggest highlights, and
I'm
I don't know why I feel like this is a big highlight. I mean, it's big. It's okay. So I don't want to say this is not big for me because it is big for me, but I don't think it's as big for me as it is for everybody else who witnessed to see it because of the relationship I already have with Bianca. and the time that I already interviewed Becky, but representing TWG, those wrestling girls, at this past press conference at Survivor Series. And I asked P because when I had asked for these tickets or whatever, I was like, yeah, we're going in as those wrestling girls. I'm not going in as my outlet. She's not going in as hers. So I asked P, I said, hey, what outlet should I say I'm from? The way she looked at me, she was just like, she was just like, that's really a dumb question.
What kind of question is that?
Right. She's like, that's really a dumb question. I was just like, no. I was like, no, it's not dumb. But what if they? And I had to that was the nerves talking, P. That that was strictly nerves talking.
And I think it's because it was like you've interviewed people before, but I think the setting was just completely new for us. Like we've never been setting. And when you see,
and you guys were like the only women there.
The only two black women.
The only black women there, like still.
And it feels bigger, but it's really not. Like we felt there weren't a lot of people there. We felt like, I don't know, I say we, but like it just felt like, oh wow, like it's super quiet. Like it's very different than like I feel like
Sami Zayn had to be like I wanted to clap. I didn't know what to do.
Entrance music. So
right, and then Sami Zayn was just like, so I don't get a round of applause for that. I was like, we didn't know. So after that, every time it applauds, I think either myself or P just started leading the applause after that because
I was like, I need to. This is why
it's so awkward and quiet. But yeah,
why so quiet? Why?
Right. But being a part of that moment, like last week when P had her fan club, I texted her. I was like, yo, y'all literally have me sitting here crying because I don't look at myself as the type of person to include people in these spaces, or be that outlet or that home or whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, this is just something that we love to do. Like I never look at this as work.
Right.
Because if I look at this as work, there's going to be times where I'm just like, fuck this job. Mm-hmm. And I would never want to look at it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is genuinely from the bottom and the pits of my heart, something that I love to do. So when this came up, I'm just like, okay. And I got the text when we were streaming last week, Becky, and I was just like, I just got the text, but I'm gonna tell you about it afterward. Like P was the first person I sent it to because I'm just like, I wanted her opinion. Like, is she gonna want to go after this? Like, is she gonna be like, no, you go, and then I'll this, that, there, because I know like sometimes she'll be tired, not really want to do it. I'm like, if she's not gonna go, I'm not gonna go. But I'm glad that wasn't her reaction. I'm glad that wasn't her answer. I'm glad that we were able to sit there and to have people actually see. It's like I showed my family. I sent them the link that Ron clipped, and I'm like, y'all didn't see me? They was like, no, because our family group chat is literally nothing of like YouTube links or TikTok links. So everybody just kind of just like pays it no mind. So right. I showed my cousin, and then I showed her mom and her sister, and her mom was just like, oh my God. First I was just like, moment I was like, okay, so she goes, you're not supposed to say start with okay, so I said, I know her. We cool. Like,
that's my favorite part of the video is her reaction. Like, oh, hey. That is when
she was just like, oh my God, you spoke so well and you enunciated. And I'm like, I'm a journalist. Like, I read for a living. Like, I have to enunciate words and make sure that my speech and my diction is up to par. And then I showed my nephew, the youngest one, and I was just like, his face, I said, what's wrong? He goes, that's so cool. I want to be on TV just like you. And I'm just like, I said, listen, you just got to work hard. I said, you just have to work hard and do what it is that you love, and you will definitely make it on to TV like me one day.
Wait, so I'm sorry. Speaking of getting on, Becky, you were on your first movie set.
Yes.
What did it
as a principal character?
As a principal. What was that experience like? And did it like what were some like like me and Krista had that moment where we were like, oh shit, like here we are. But like what was a moment where you were like, oh my god, I'm here? Like was it like your name on the call sheet? Like as a principal actor, what was that whole experience like? Because that's a goal that you accomplished as an actress. And I just think we need to keep toasting to that.
Thank you. Well, I think that what really kind of like changed things to make it more like, oh shit, this is a big deal kind of thing was because I had to fly to Pittsburgh, and as soon as I landed, I had to go to the studio to get fitted to make sure that my costume fit. And when I got there, everybody, first of all, it was hilarious because I work on sets, I work on movies, I work on shows. And when I got there, the first person that I ran into, she was like, you're gonna have to wait until 1, because I got there at like noon. She's like, you're gonna have to wait until 1 so that we can see you. And I was like, oh, but I have an appointment at noon. And she was like, I'm sorry, who are you? And I was like, I am the character. And she was like, I am so sorry. I thought you were background. And I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, today I'm not background today.
Name, okay?
She was like, I am so sorry. Let me get you your stylist.
Yes, queen.
And I was like,
Get it?
thank you. And then they sent me upstairs to get fit. And I saw the board, the character board with the headshots of every single one of the actors and of the characters. And I was just like, I'm in a movie with this girl. I'm in a movie with this man. I'm in a movie with this man. I'm in a movie with this man.
Oh
like
my God.
it was, that moment was so freaking surreal. So surreal. And that was the first time that I was just kind of like,
wow,
this shit is a big deal. This shit is a big deal. I am in the same wall as these people. And
But as
then
you should be. You work so fucking hard, bro. Like there's no way you shouldn't be in these spaces. Like this is why I have the Take Up Your Spaces brunch and panel every year, because women like us, women in general, need to start putting their foot down, start taking up these spaces, start living in these moments. And it's hard for me to sometimes live in these moments, but
seriously,
we have to start doing that and taking up our space, because if we don't, we're just going to be walked over and overlooked. And for her to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, put respect on my name. Do your research next time. You should know who I am as I'm walking through the door.
Exactly.
Me walking through the door should definitely make a statement as to, oh yeah, she is definitely here to command some shit. And I'm definitely going to treat her with all the respect as I treat the background people. Like even the background people, they taking up their space. They should not be treated any different.
Hey, I do background still. You know, like I still do background. I know what it is to do background work. I am still an actor. They are still actors as well. I might be in a big deal movie, but that's still what pays the bills.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like there should be no type of differential in respect or treatment or whatever. And for you to just go in and take up that space, and for her to apologize, and for her to, as she should,
it was such a surreal experience. That was the first time that it kind of really hit me. And then when I got to set a couple of a day later or so, to see my name in like on the door of my trailer, I was like, shit.
It's those moments, because sometimes sometimes you don't even like see. Like when we was at Mania, and our names were like on the little cards for the press part, I was like, P, what the hell? Like, what these are names? Like these are names? And you're like, yeah. Listen, I don't know where the card is, but I definitely have it.
You had to keep it. You had to keep it. Like
that kind of stuff. It's so special too. Like I think about at our event, just people seeing their brands on our Step and Repeat.
Yeah.
And us, like, I'm ordering and I'm just throwing, JPEGs on a thing to get it printed in like party planning mode. And you don't realize how huge of a moment it is to see Sando's face light up, to see the Will minority presented in that way, the wrestling realm, like that space, like being acknowledged, being present, being visible. And like for Black people, people of color right now, visibility is everything.
Everything.
So, and that's why it's so huge. Like, this is my name is on here. Like, background actress, principal actress. Like, it's all the same. But then at the same time, it's not. And somebody needed to be like, yo, you like, who are you? Oh, let me tell you who I am. And go get my stylist. No, just kidding. But sometimes you need that moment to remind you. Like, I think, like,
Absolutely.
even like just to be like, we knew we were there, but I think us seeing everyone's reaction to it helped us appreciate it more. Like, wait, we are fucking here. Like, you are here.
Okay, I want to answer that. So fuck yes.
Yes. The fact that we were noticed before I even asked the question. It was that part. Like, shout out to Stephanie, because she was just like, am I bugging? Do I see Krista B or Queen PR? She didn't know it was the both of us together. And Brian was just like, no, they're both there. That's the both of them. Like, and then like for Ron to be like, yo, I almost turned this press conference off and then I heard your voice.
Oh,
so the fact that he was about ready to turn it off and then he heard me speak and be like, nah, I had to record this and send, like, he literally recorded and sent it to me and then clipped it. And then Brian sent it to us in the group chat. So for it to literally like go everywhere. And I'm just like, yo, this is what it means. So when like our names are in places that we don't even know yet. Or we're gonna like, we think that we're making it now, but this is just the beginning to a bigger and better road, a wider road
of the iceberg.
Like we're literally we're tapping that glass. Like we didn't break it yet, but we're definitely tapping and making marks in that glass ceiling for us to definitely break into. So yes, but I have to P. Is it okay if I address something really fast?
Of course.
So
she laughs.
Oh, Brian, you gotta stop switching the times when you tell this story, okay? Because me for sure know damn well I was not up at nobody's 5 a.m. In my book, waking up at any time before about like 8:30, 9 a.m. is before Jesus wakes up. Okay, that's too early for me. But the time he's referring to is when I called him. I had to do the press conference or interviews or whatever it was called before Mania. And I called him because I'm just like, hey, where are you? I may need you to come and, be my cameraman. Because I'm seeing everybody said with their camera people. And I already know P was asleep. Wasn't gonna bother her. And if I would have asked her to come, it would have been like those wrestling girls thing, but I would want her in the frame with me and not like holding a camera with me.
Of course.
So I called Brian. Brian, he's like, all right, I'm coming. Or
wait a minute.
Or whatever.
Sit down, Brian.
Right. Waking up and stuff or whatever the case would be like that. And basically, long story short is that because I had asked Brian to come with me to be at this press conference, he recorded all the other interviews that I did. I believe Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Naomi. He didn't get to Becky, so I had to do an audio version of Becky's interview. And it was not 5:30. And and because I was able, he always credits me for me being able to put him in that room and in that space. Like he got to talk to Jimmy Hart. He got a drop from Jimmy Hart, I believe. I believe we got a drop from Jimmy Hart too. And he was able to be in that space. Oh, Sam. It was Sami Zayn and Jimmy Hart. All right, it wasn't at the break of dawn. It's just that we was at Brick and Bone and eating some good ass fucking chicken. Like we didn't.
I want chicken.
That chicken was lit. Gang.
It was good. It was good. What's gonna be our Cali spots? Like
we gotta figure it out.
Taco.
I am not going to fiend for In-N-Out Burger. Okay. I've
heard that Del Taco slaps. I don't know. I've never been to the West Coast, so I don't know.
Ooh.
I love you too, Brian. Definitely, you're definitely my brother. But yes, he always credits me for putting him in that space. So back to when I say that last week I was crying, like I was really trying to make myself look presentable to come on Words, but fan. I don't know why I keep saying Words with PR because that was your first thing, fan club. But I couldn't. But I was literally sitting on my couch crying because I didn't look at it as me putting us in these spaces. So for you guys to give me that credit, I'm just like, don't give me credit. Like we worked hard for this. I just was just like, hey, I'm definitely demanding that we take up the space in these settings because they need more of us.
Yes.
Can I also say too, what I appreciate about the community this year is that we always open the door for other people. Like we're not one of those, it's not like I got an opportunity, but it's my opportunity. We bring everybody on,
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
And even just everything you've taught us, Bakey, like there's so many things that you're like, oh wait, let me, Twitch. You're like, wait, let me do this. Let me take care of you. Like that is so special. That's true. Like Krista B, like, at first, like a lot of the connects that you got was through her job. She could easily just be like, that's, this is me, my thing. Right. Every single thing, it's like, yo, I need one more ticket. Period. And it's always, it's like always been that way. And I love being able to, next week we're going to Philly to see
Congratulations, April.
Yes, April.
Let's drink to that.
Yes, we are.
I know a few myself that got promotions this year. So this is a toast for everyone that has had some professional successes, I guess. And I also want to say one more thing, just because I work in the media industry, I freelance for a long time, and I'm sure you can relate, Bakey, like it comes in waves. Sometimes a setback is actually something that is going to propel you forward. So I want to put that out there because
can we talk about that setback? Because I am definitely, you guys know, I definitely was hit with a setback.
I want to drink to that because
I was definitely
let's drink to that.
So it's definitely going to propel.
Not always a negative. And I always even tell people, even breakups, the ending of something is not always a bad thing.
Although it hurts like a motherfucker.
The beginning of something. It's the beginning of something new.
People don't know it yet.
Correct.
True.
Oh yeah.
Correct. Yes. Because that's Tamina. Don't you start your shit.
No, don't be doing that to my good sis.
Okay, come here. How
I feel about Tamina.
Come here.
And Naya.
Hey,
shout out to Greg too. Oh, he was.
Shout out to Greg. He's over there.
Listen, Naya be sleeping in her own world, but when she wake up, she actually interrupted. She actually came onto the stream last week, and she has sleep in her eyes.
She does. She always has sleep on her eyes, baby. This is Naya.
Oh, that's Naya?
Yeah, this one's Naya. She gave me a besito.
Oh.
But Tamina was here first.
Right.
Tamina came into. She was like, I'm here. And then she left, and Naya was like, excuse me, hi.
Naya is the like.
I'm here too.
Naya's the sweet one, and Tamina's like, you're gonna notice me, bitch.
Correct.
So Naya is the queen PR, and Tamina is me.
There you go.
Okay.
She's like, I'm being talked about. You wanna say hi again? No. She's like, I'm minding my own business. I'm just calling you out, Mom.
What a cutie. What a cutie. Shout out to the growth of your Twitch channel this year too.
Yes, Bakey, you be lit on Twitch. Like me and people watching.
so fun,
When
yo.
we were getting ready for Survivor Series, we were watching you, and I'm just like, yo, Becky is lit. Like, this stream is lit. Okay.
Like he was listening to music, and then we was like, okay, let's put music on one phone, we'll put Bakey on another, and we ended up being like, wait, turn up Bakey, like
Turn up, Becky, turn the music off. Like, seriously.
yo, you are so fun. Oh my gosh.
Seriously,
I
like,
love everything. Like
we
I
were
can
definitely
why
watching you, Becky.
people tune
Thank
in
you.
and like what could you just light up everything. Your energy is so amazing. I love
Thank
we
you
love
guys. Thank you so much. It has been a journey.
Yeah.
It has been a journey, and it's a continuous journey because, girl, I don't know how to do this thing. I don't know how to use the like technology. It eludes me.
No, I promise. Like, I'd be like so overwhelmed with technology. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck am I doing?
The fuck am I doing?
Okay.
It's listen. I am more like I got you. Anything Twitch, come to me. I got you. But at the same time, I still don't know fully what I'm doing. But wait. What'd you say? Hashtag Ask Greg is my go-to.
Hashtag I'm drinking to that. Hashtag X.
Let's drink to supportive partners.
Yes.
Greg is the true MVP, yo.
The supportive partners, for real. Like, shout out to you, Poopy. You're the best. Whoop whoop.
The best. So, P, I want to go back to your question about celebrities you've met in 2022.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not celebrities, wrestlers, because I've met a lot of celebrities, and we're not even gonna go there. Wrestlers I've met in 22 that I've never met before. Becky, I never met her before. Becky, Kevin, Sammy, Jimmy Hart, Omos, who still owes me a pair of sneakers.
That's so random. Why does he owe you sneakers?
So
I want to know.
Wale Mania. When we were at Wale Mania, everybody was in this one room, and after I was done talking to Big Swole and Cedric, I met Cedric this year too. We were gonna go. I was supposed to go into the room with the sneakers or whatever, but I guess they had a cap or whatever, case be like that. So the next day, while we're in the lobby of the Omni, it was his fiance or wife, her friend, and Tavia there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta get my sneakers or whatever." I said, "Oh, can you give me a pair too, a size 8.5 in women, if not a 6.5 in kids?" He's like, "Right, I got you." Didn't see the man for the rest of the trip. Owes me a pair of sneakers. MVP, Trick Williams, because he almost killed me with a pool ball. Solo Sokoa, Matt Riddle, Damian Priest.
I call him Baby Kishi.
Baby Keisha.
Oh, I love him. I love
Who
that.
else? Oh, Carmelo. Definitely met Carmelo.
Oh, shout out to
Hey,
Carmelo. He is one of the most friendliest, dopest wrestlers I've ever met.
I finally met Tasha. No, I didn't finally meet Tasha because we met her at Jabba Slam last year. But shout out to Tasha still. Who else did I meet? We met Top Dollar. I finally met RVD. And I told him, I was like, hey, you like my tweets about you all the time. Because you're literally one of my. Now I grew to love him as an adult. Like when I was rewatching, I grew to love him. He said, "Oh man, thanks. That's great." I'm like, "Listen, at this point, we should just hit a blunt because you are the good one. Like, you can do it just to say that I did it because the way you speak it is crazy." And this person is not a wrestler, but I've become really good friends with them. Tom Phillips.
Oh, I love him.
Yes, I became really good friends with Tom that weekend. So me and Tom have stayed connected throughout this entire year.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes, Tom is the homie. Shout out to Tom Phillips. Please make sure you check him out on Impact. Jade Cargill, we met. We met the ladies of Toxic Attraction.
All right.
This is all at Wale Mania, okay?
I was like,
Where was this?
This is literally all at
I'm
Wale
like,
Mania.
shit.
Except for Sammy. and
Star-studded
Kevin.
year for Krista. Not was a weekend.
Right, it was a weekend. It was a weekend. Except for Kevin, Sammy, and Jimmy. All the other wrestlers that I was literally like Wale was literally at Wale Mania, and then again like afterwards when we just saw them again. Yeah, I think that's all the wrestlers that I've met.
Some of mine,
one weekend.
right? What some of mine I met besides the ones that you mentioned was Paige.
You did meet Paige.
Saraya, I should say. And she is the most wonderful. Yes, right. You know, she's so warm. Like I was so. It's funny. Like it was the last morning I was in Nashville, so I was fucking drained and I was so tired. And anyone that's going to meet and greet, know it's like long line. You're waiting most of the time. That's really what it is. You're like 2 hours waiting for like a 3-minute interaction. I wasn't nervous.
If it's 3 minutes.
I wasn't nervous because I was more tired. But once I got to the point where I can see her and like hear her, and I was that close, that's when I started to get really, 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 really nervous. And I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to meet one of my favorite people in the universe. And once I was like, hi, like she was so nice.
She is one of the nicest people.
She truly is. She's such a genuine spirit. I was able to see her talk that she did for StarCast, and she was basically, and it was one of the first times that she's had like a full-fledged interview, like since she left WWE and like whatever her future plans was, and just seeing her maturity and growth, and then now knowing that she like and is now wrestling again. So looking back, the entire experience is everything. And I actually got to meet Lita that same day.
Awesome.
Randomly, I went into StarCast. I had I think like a $50 budget because I go crazy with it. I got a lot of like everything. And so I didn't have a lot of time. So I was
waiting on my posters, by the way, just saying.
So I'm looking down a lot because I'm just like, what do I want to buy? What do I want to buy? So some guy's trying to sell me on like this figurine, like this 3D camera figurine. I'm just like, no, thank you, whatever, polite. And he's like, well, don't you want to take a picture with her? So I look up and it's fucking Lita. I'm like,
yes, thank you.
He was telling me that this photo booth was $25. I was like, I'm not paying that. But $25 to take a picture with Lita?
That's different.
100 fucking
That's different. That's different.
Take my money.
Take my money, and that's how I met Lita.
I'm sorry I said no before. Here, have 50.
Right, I was like, I'm not apologizing to you, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I should have listened.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I should have known better.
So
I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah, that was so awesome. And
I have more, but go ahead. When you're done, I'll figure out the last three.
On that same vein, and shameless plug, but on that same page vein, I just want to say, if y'all want to take a minute and go check out the Face Beat Heels High archives and check out our interview with Saraya, please go ahead and do that. That was January 2021, and it was amazing.
Absolutely. Such a good episode, such a good interview.
And on that same vein, go and check out Vicky Guerrero's interview as well, because who would have thunk it that all of a sudden the people that I interviewed were from fucking AEW? I didn't. I sure didn't.
It's crazy how that happened.
That was crazy. That was insane. But please continue.
Also we met Gallows and Anderson.
Okay. Oh, I love them so
when
much.
P was looking for her fucking
can't even talk
jacket and bag.
Can't even talk about it, think about it.
I can never let that story go ever.
And I think the highlight of that was Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, he was so friendly.
And Chavo Guerrero literally took a selfie with P. So I'm over here like trying to look for her bag or whatever, and he stopped me and was like, "What's going on?" I said, "I'm helping my friend. She's also my co-host. We're looking for her bag, this and that, third." He was like, "Okay, but I want to take a picture with you." You want to take a picture with me?
He was flirting.
I was like, okay.
I want a picture with you.
Like, he literally said that. I'm like, Chavo Guerrero.
Yes, thank you, please.
I'm like, the Chavo Guerrero wants to take a picture with me. Like,
yes.
So
I'm gonna drop everything. P, find your bag with yourself, okay?
Bye. See you at the hotel. Bye.
Oh, who else I met in Nashville? Liv Morgan. So she was champion at the time. So shout out to Brian because he's like you, Krista. He, he puts you in spaces that you don't know you need to be at yet,
And
then
you don't give credit to himself. I mean, me and him one and the same. I don't give credit to myself either, but
he always is
You
that
got us so that we can give credit, so that we can give you
Right.
guys credit because y'all don't do it for yourselves.
Right. And he invited me to a party that he was at in Tennessee. And Liv Morgan was there. And it was the chillest thing. Carmela was there. I didn't get to meet her though. But she is the nicest, sweetest person. And I think it's like because she's from Jersey that there's this like, even though it's not New York, but when you're in somewhere like fucking Tennessee,
it's tri-state.
we're at East
It's a
Coast.
tri-state vibe.
Yes, exactly. And we were just here, and
It's like with cousins. We can be like, fuck Jersey, but it's like, don't fuck with Jersey.
Nobody else can say fuck Jersey.
I can say fuck Jersey. You can say fuck Jersey. But
Right.
I can't because
Exactly.
I'm not from here.
Yeah.
But I am. You know what? This year was my decade anniversary of
Then you're
living
from
in New
here.
York.
That's it.
I'm
You're
from here. I go here.
Toast to that.
I go here. I live here.
You totally go here.
That's it. You go here. You're not like Charlotte and Bianca. You don't even go here. You go here. Hey.
I was watching that video today. I
Yo,
was
when you said
cracking
that
the
shit, I was
fuck
cracking
up.
up.
I was cracking the fuck up. Please continue.
So
I'm
good.
so sorry.
What
Go
is she your number one like women's wrestler of the year for the most part? Because I can't even like think of anyone else that I think had a better year.
Bianca?
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Period.
I think she's everything.
I am biased. I am that friend who you tell me, oh, I don't like them. I'll be like, oh, who we fighting? Like, I am completely biased. And that's how I feel about Bianca. It's like she's a champ. I'm just like, queen, you're a freaking queen. I adore you. The moment that somebody be looking at Bianca, like, I'd be like, oh, you wanna go? Oh, bitch. Like,
no, for real. Fighting.
Like, I'm so here for her. I am just, I just love her so damn much.
First of all, what we not going to do, because we already know how I feel about my sis.
Yes.
We're not going to sit here and come at my sis. Literally, she's a friend of mine. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend. Like, this is family right here. So we're not going to come for Bianca. Y'all going to have y'all people who don't like Bianca, who don't whatever, cool, whatever. I don't give a fuck. What you're not going to do is be disrespectful. Have your opinions, have your opinions about her, but don't be disrespectful about it. Okay? If y'all don't like her, cool. Y'all don't like her. Don't be disrespectful, because if y'all come at her any type of way, my earrings come off quick. Okay?
Like
my hair goes up
Bianca,
quicker.
like, just saying.
Listen, my hair goes up quicker. Okay? What we're not going to do. And that's for anybody I care for.
That makes me have a question, because like we always fucked with Bianca. We always like the issue.
They won.
Who grew on y'all this year? Who is someone that you were never really like, you were like meh about, and then this year you were like, I see you.
Rhea. No, I'm lying. I'm so lying. I feel like this version of Rhea grew on me. Her more of a heel. I didn't think Rhea could be more of a heel than she was before.
Mm.
So this newer version of Rhea grew on me. I've always been a Rhea fan.
Wait, Rhea as in Soraya or Rhea?
Rhea as in Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Like, I've always been a Rhea fan, and I tried to get her. And let me just say, no disrespect, but sis staying in the back is staying, okay?
This is chicken.
Thangin', wagging. Okay, I'm just like, God, ew.
One of my highlights this year was when her gear got lost and she had to wear on those booty shorts. That was my highlight.
And now look, we got her in booty shorts. We got her.
Now that's her look.
That's
and
her
I'm
look.
over here
Like,
to say,
whoever sabotaged her on purpose, Thank you.
Thank you. Just thank you.
They did it for us. They did it
Thank
for
you.
us.
They did.
We
they
love
did.
you. We love
They
you.
did.
We
Love
love you.
you.
Bless.
Yeah, Raya.
Bless.
Oh, yeah. I love Raya.
To me, I'm gonna talk about a female wrestler first because yes, always and forever I've had a soft spot for Asuka. Always. She's such a goofball. She's such a goofball, but she's so good at what she does.
Right.
Like, I just love her so much. So that was it, my love for her just kind of like grew more this year. But if we're gonna be talking about a wrestler that really just captured my heart and is currently holding my heart in their hands, and it's not Mia Yim, because we all know that I've been a Mia stan from day one that I found out that she existed. It's not Mia. It's Ricky Starks.
Ooh. Okay.
Ricky
so,
Starks is just like, he is holding my heart hostage.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be quiet on that.
Okay.
So it's funny. So last night we actually were like, some people
We
are
told
like,
you about Ricky Starks.
yeah, he was like, some people are like, he's a star, he got it, he's this, he's that. Some people are not convinced. So what is it, Christina, that you see in him that maybe people don't like, where you're like, no, he has it, like he's next?
I didn't like him at first. I didn't like him at first. When he was with his name is escaping me right now, but when he was I want to say Wardlow, but I know it's not Wardlow. Help me out. Hubs. When he and Hubs were a team, I was just like, I'm not convinced. I don't like this. I simply that simply wasn't my cup of tea. Them separately, I started appreciating it. But then
Y'all talk, BRB.
all right, but then if I have to be completely honest, what really started getting me into the Ricky Starks hype was his intro music. I was like, I am vibing so hard to this. I would play it on my this thing. I ask her to play it. I'm just like vibing to it. Like when the beat drops, I'm just like, I can be doing my makeup. His intro does to me the same thing that Finn Balor's intro does to me. Like, I can be washing dishes, and when it's time, I just go. Like, I don't give a fuck. I will drop everything. Things will break. I don't care. I just go. And Ricky Starks, like, I can just be doing my makeup. I'm just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I just go, yeah. Like, it's just music is such music is such
So
a powerful.
Yeah. And the pose, you can't underestimate the pose, because like that's what wrestling is all about. Like the pageantry of it, and then if you can get the audience to engage as well. So not only did the music stop you in your tracks, but then you got to do the pose. You're like,
correct. Exactly. It's freaking iconic. Like, I did not realize until it was too late, and I was a freaking goner, that Ricky was what I had been missing. I didn't know that he was what I had been missing for AEW, mind you, for AEW. Because I had been, like, I am a Sting fan, so whenever Sting comes out, I lose my shit. But I was like, who from AEW roster is a young, vibrant wrestler personality that is great on the mic, that is great in the ring, that is giving me storyline, that, like, who's delivering for me?
A connection of, like, a legit connection with the audience.
Exactly. And I was
not many people.
Not many people. And I was kind of like forcing it. I was really, really trying to allow Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy to be that for me. I was really rooting for that, but it just quite wasn't. And then all of a sudden, like I said, I found myself playing Ricky Starks my freaking Echo, Amazon Echo thing. I am doing the poses. Tamina, mommy is in the zone. Stop it. I am doing the poses. I am looking forward to Ricky showing up on my TV. It was slowly, it was sneaky. And I did not realize that that I was gonna catch that star value from him, because I realized and I understand that not a lot of people see it that way. And I get it. I totally Krista's like, that's and I get it. I totally get it. But it started slow but consistent in a way that all of a sudden the music's in my body. And it's an earworm that I cannot pull out. And then it was kind of like, do I want to pull that earworm out of my ear? I am having so much fun just kind of like living in that Ricky Starks moment. And then yesterday when he opened his mouth to say all the things that he said to MJF, I was just like, oh! And once again,
he went in on MJF yesterday. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I was gonna ask how y'all felt about that promo, because I feel like for most people that didn't think he had star quality, I think he
showed it. That one showed it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That right there, I was just like, here we got the microphone banter that AEW is lacking in some cases.
True.
Here's the back and forth. Here's that, you're not gonna be talking to me like that, you little motherfucking bitch. And I'm just like I know the comparisons between him and the one and only and the man of our lives.
Who y'all talking about?
She's talking about Ricky Starks. I'm
talking about Ricky Starks. I know
I'm
the
agreeing with his promo yesterday, but he, like I said yesterday, like Ricky Starks hasn't grown on me yet.
That's fair.
But P, I want to know, if you're done, Vicky, who grew on you this year? Because I heard Luchasaurus, and I thought y'all shifted to Jungle Boy. I just love Jungle Boy's new.
He's so cute.
I was gonna say like I've been loving Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy because I'm obsessed with Luchasaurus. But this year, Jack has grown on me like a person, and I'm just like, just every single time.
I don't think a wrestler has grown on me. Like, it's not coming to my head, but I will say I went to my first AEW show. And I will go again. Like, it was so much fun. And I think what made it fun was that it felt significantly different than a WWE show.
Yes.
And like what I was worried about was because I went with Ciendo, who's a huge AEW fan. Shout out to her. And what I was worried about is I had heard that AEW pay-per-views were long. We went to Full Gear. So I was like, oh man, like, am I just kind of going to be like sitting there counting the minutes, you know what I mean? Like on my phone the whole time, Ciendo living her best life. And I'm just here kind of counting seconds. But it was really fun. Like, I was like, oh my God, like I will do this again. Like, yes. I may not watch Dynamite every week, but I will tune in, because what also helps is that I got to see like some of my favorite wrestlers, like Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho, Paige.
That always fucking helps.
Can we? I'm sorry, and it pains me to about to say this, but I need to bring to the forefront. Sorry, it's the tequila.
Words are hard. Go on.
That Chris Jericho needs to hang it up. Hang it the fuck up. Okay? Because at this point, when AEW pegged this match between him and his rival from Ring of Honor, the Japanese guy, I can't think of his name right now, and they over here giving literally almost the entire match that I watched, that I had to literally go into the group chat and yell at you and Brian and Justin over, because I'm waiting for the Jade Cargill and Bow Wow shit. Literally,
fucking nothing.
nothing. Literally, these two are giving each other chops on chops on chops. And then Jericho decides he wants to start bleeding off of a fucking chop, which is an open-handed slap.
Lady
Who
Michelle
bleeds?
is weird.
Who bleeds off
That's
an
unfair,
open-handed chest fucking chop? Like, who does that? Like, Jericho, I love you and I know you love the business, but you were so much more successful with your rock band. Like, your theme music, the way it plays in the arenas that I hear and the way that everybody sings verbatim, word for fucking word. Like, the announcers don't even speak when your shit is playing. Give it the fuck up at this point. Like, you're not there anymore. You should have been one of those wrestlers. We would have been one of those. You would have been one of those wrestlers that we love to see in WWE come back every now and again. And be like, oh my God, Jericho is back. Like
Jericho!
Austin, like a fucking Goldberg, like a fucking Brock Lesnar. Like, give it the fuck up.
He suddenly became a magician.
And in the words, in the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's all I got to say about that.
Like, I, in no way, shape, or form, want to make the Jericho list, but, sir, good sir, I'm scared for you.
It'll be time.
But I don't think he thinks it's time.
He'll never think it's time.
Never. And I feel like that's that mentality and that condition that they have from, because Jericho was in old school. Like, he was in WCW and then into WWE. He was in that moment where if you wasn't on TV, you wasn't getting any money. Like, you wasn't. Yeah. And I feel like that's the
mentality. That mentality,
like the PTSD of it, where it's just like, if I'm not on TV, I don't get money. I can't feed my family. But he also forgets. I feel like he forgets that he has a successful ass fucking podcast, a successful ass fucking rock band, and he has the
there's a fucking cruise.
Right, I don't know if it's called the Jericho cruise.
You want to go on a Jericho cruise?
Right, he has a Jericho cruise. Like, he has so much other things that if he was not in the ring. And I feel like that's the problem. I was about to say it, but as I was about to say, it's not. That's probably the problem. He felt like if he wasn't in the ring, he wouldn't be missed in other facets. Like, he wouldn't be missed at all. But it's just like, yo, we love you regardless, Jericho. Like, we remember your debut in WWE when you came and debuted and cut The Rock's promo. Like, you literally like interjected in The Rock's promo. We remember your vignettes for the Y2J thing. Like, we remember all of these things. Like, you were loved, you were remembered, you will always be a fan favorite. Like, Jericho is definitely in my top 10.
For sure.
Or 15.
Okay.
Give or take.
Top 20.
Right.
Right. I think
he's there.
Top of the top.
Respecting his longevity and the way he's been able to reinvent himself. I think, like,
that is worth.
But he was one of those wrestlers that I wish I didn't know your political beliefs. I wish I didn't know what you like to tweet. Like, he's one of those, unfortunately, where it's like, if I didn't know all that about you, you would probably still be in my top 10.
Well, I'm just talking when I rank these wrestlers, I'm not talking about personal life. I don't give a fuck about your personal life because nobody give a fuck about my personal life. That's fair. Definitely, I'm talking about your wrestling skills and your abilities. This is why, like, when I spoke to Brian about the Chris Benoit situation. Like, your personal life was definitely fucked up, but we're not going to say on this topic. Your personal life was definitely fucked up, but if you watch him as a wrestler, apart from what the fuck he did on the outside, amazing technical wrestler. Nobody can ever fucking take that away from him. So I don't give a fuck about your politics. Like, when Rock was talking about how he was about to run shit like that, don't tell me you're a Republican. Just run. I don't want to know what party you're a part of, because if you over here voting for shit that Trump believes in, like no abortions, and you don't believe in women's rights and shit, and you got a household full of women, your mama, a wife and an ex-wife, and 3 fucking daughters, and you I mean, everybody should be pro-life, but if it comes to a fact to where you can't get an abortion due to whatever happens in that person's life, then we got some issues. Don't tell me. I don't care. I know you as a wrestler. I know you as an actor. I don't want to know about your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, because why does that have to play a part in what you do on screen as a wrestler?
Which is why I miss kayfabe, because I wouldn't
Right.
need to know that Chris Jericho's an all lives matter person, because he's not a real person. He's fucking Chris Jericho, and when he comes out the curtain, that's who he is. And then when he leaves the curtain, I don't know what he does.
We don't
And
want to fucking know. Like, we don't want to know that Kane is definitely like a pro-life.
Yeah, and it's so
person, and he
hard.
just-
Don't take off the mask. Don't take off the mask.
It's so
Don't
hard
take
to
off the mask.
separate it. Like, it's easy to say that, where it's like, okay, you know, but it's hard. Like, it's hard, you know, like with the Hogan
It is.
situation. Like, it's really hard for me to hear you say the hard R and then be like, well, that's what you do in your personal life, so I like you. Like, you know, as a wrestler. Like, it's hard to say. Now, like Chris Brown, like, I know he's not about
Hi,
wrestling,
Brian.
but it's like, I kind of don't pay as much attention to what he does in his personal life than like other people would, where they're like, I don't listen to
Right.
his music. You know what I mean? And like, that's
Yeah.
just like one of those things. Like, it's like, you can't, you know, I just wish I didn't know. Like, I wish I still saw wrestlers as superheroes, like, where I don't know that you're like a real person. Like, I
Welcome
miss
back, Brian. Welcome back. Because Brian been dipping in and out like a
Oh,
prostitute
he
on the corner.
probably, you know, booked and busy.
He had his party. He had his Black National Journalist Party, chapter party, whatever. So he enjoying himself. He getting tipsy right along with us, okay? Because the bitch
Somebody
like me,
said that
I'm
H
done.
in Brian H. Butters stands for Hollywood.
Yes, I'm gonna drink to that one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Y'all don't disrespect my brother, okay?
Oh my God. Okay, I have another question really quick. Who is someone you met this year for the first time that you only knew through social media, and you're like, I'm so glad I finally got to meet you in person?
Spice and Candace. I named
Candace Cordelia, yes. Let's shout out. Let's toast to her too, because
Yeah.
she does so much in the space, in the wrestling, and she's so much taller than I thought she was.
She had heels on, P.
No, but even then, she's taller than I thought she was. I thought she was like petite. I thought she was like my sister's height.
No, she ain't
And-
that short. Shit.
But that's
Damn,
my
No
point.
shade to Letty. No shade to Letty. Sorry.
My point is that I thought she was that short, and she's not.
Okay.
So she was like, "Oh my God, people tell me that all the time," and I was like, "Yeah, like I don't know, like something about it." But I loved meeting her. But it was one of those things where it's like, I'm not meeting you. Like, I've known you. I feel like I've always known you. That support is there.
That's
you know?
how we felt at last year's party, because I'm just like, Brian, when Brian would be like, yeah, I met you the first time at your party last year. I said, you're fucking lying. Stop. you're lying. Like, what the fuck you mean? You met us the first time last year. I'm like, bro, you're fucking lying. Literally, that was like my punchline all night. You're fucking lying. And it was like he was like, no, I'm not. I'm like, what? Because I had to remember he wasn't at Jobber Slam. We already met we already had met Black Wrestling at Jobber Slam. Brian wasn't there. So I had to remember, like, oh, you wasn't at Jobber Slam. So you telling the truth, but stop fucking lying, but you telling the truth. Like, it was just like the moment.
Mina, please.
I love that. I love that
Stop.
moment.
I'm gonna come get her, because now you over here yelling at her. Stop it.
Mina, come here. Come here. Tia Krista wants to see you. Come here. Come here. Arriba.
Yes, Thea Krista wants to see her.
See? Say hi to Krista.
Hi.
Oh, she's so
Say hi.
Hi.
So annoying. Hi, Mina.
Yeah, Krista gonna come get you, because
Don't come
Mommy
get you.
Christina's being bean.
You hear her? You hear her? She said that she's gonna dog sit. Okay.
Wait, so
Um,
Vicky, who was someone you met this year? Because when you came to Jobber Slam this year,
Yes.
so many people came up to me and was just like, "Oh my, thank you, Letty." Was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad I finally got to meet Christina."
Listen, that event to me was and still is a bit of a blur. Cause I was like First of all, like, let's be real. Out of the wrestlers, because y'all know that I'm pretty new, and I know that I'm pretty new. But for how new, for as new as I am, I never expected to be where I currently am in the world of wrestling, because I never expected to be here, knowing as little as I do and learning as I go. So meeting Mia Yim, I was starstruck, and I knew that I was going to be starstruck. Like, I planned my outfit like 2 weeks in advance. I was mad because the pants that I wanted to wear were not right for the event. I was like, fuck these pants. Like, I had to get new pants. Like, it was a whole thing. I prepared myself to meet Mia Yim. And then
And you
as
had
I
your
was in the
sign?
huh?
You had your sign.
You had
I
your
know.
sign.
Yes,
You
I
got
had
an
my
autographed
sign.
picture from sis. You did
Mia
all
Yim
of
is
that.
better than Shelton, like always and forever. She signed that shit. It's still over there. Like, I have it. She
Can we
took a
just
picture. She
address
sent it to Shelton.
Mia Yim and Shelton shoot on Twitter is like the most hilarious thing.
It's
to
my
fucking
favorite
see.
thing there is.
So funny.
My favorite
So
thing.
on Wrestling Realm,
What?
they compared it to me and Hugh from Wrestling Realm.
That yo, I don't know what P issue is with Hugh, but when
No.
we was at the
No.
show-
It is what Hugh's
Stop it.
issue
Stop
is
it.
It's
Let me-
with
Hugh's issue with
okay.
me.
Stop it. When we were at that wrestling show in Jersey, they ended up going to the hotel room for a little bit to chill out and have fun. P and Hugh was like everybody's vibe was cool. If P and Hugh was asked a question, it was just like you could cut the tension with a knife.
No, P.
Honestly, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what his issue is with me. But shout out to him. Shout out to Wrestling Realm. Because that was their first time also coming to Black Wrestle Fest. That was their first time as a unit coming to things.
And I dispelled the fact that Dwayne is a real person.
He's real. He's real. I
The real
posted.
Dwayne Allen is a real person, y'all. It's pictures. Like we didn't take the picture and he disappeared. Like he's a real fucking person. Okay,
Sis,
There. He's there.
sis,
that is it. But I want to address this with Brian
sorry.
because he said, I FaceTimed him. You FaceTimed me when you was with Britt. When did I FaceTime you when I was with Britt? Because I know that Britt and I were out at a brunch spot in DC with Medina and her friend. Shout out to my other best friend Medina. Love you, sis. And we did FaceTime Brian, and Brian texted back was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm in church." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But when was this other time? Because the other time we met at our party, we FaceTime Britt when we were with you when we were together, and you actually initiate the FaceTime call, Brian. So I'm so confused as to what you talk about. I'm just trying to say it because you FaceTime Britt, but we were at the bar after math. Them bought us about our 15,000 drink, and we was all lit.
Jesus Christ.
We was lit. Math fucked up that day because he was like, anybody who has a Black wrestling type something merch, I'm buying drinks. I said, oh, okay. I literally wore my Bianca and Sasha sweatshirt. I was like, oh, you buying me drinks? Math. Shout out to Math for Back Wrestling. He definitely got me tipsy.
And they were a vibe at Jobber Slam as well, as per.
And we went viral because of that.
Yes, shout out to
Don't
that.
come to my hood thinking you're gonna get a pass because you're not.
You're not.
So
Sorry.
we know one thing we do got to do in 2023 is go to Maryland and see them because they have come up, they've supported. It's time for us to go down there. And
First of all, when I go to Maryland to over there, fam owes me a whole barbecue of stuff, a whole list, literally a whole menu of food, some beef stew or stew beef, however you call it, some barbecue stuff. So when I say I'm about to ransack,
I want to eat crab.
Absolutely. When I say I'm about to ransack fam's house, because we about to be in that backyard, wherever, for food, and we know I can eat. Like, I may not look like it, but I eat. Okay?
That's why I'm crying.
So we doing last call. So what we last calling to? Because at this point, this Bacardi, this Puerto Rican rum, this Bacardi is getting to all up in here.
The wine has got me like, so I'm just
I
that's why
love
I'm a little quiet, because also my mom is chatting with me and I'm like, I can't talk to you right now, mama. All over the place.
I love wine tipsy.
At this point, y'all wine tipsy. At this point, I'm off the hard shit.
Yep. He's like, you do you. I need to wake up early.
I'm off the homegrown shit. I'm off the Puerto Rican
Hey. I mean, you know, I do rum all day, any day. Today, I'm glad I didn't do rum because my mom just sent me a message telling me that the flowers that I got her for Mother's Day, because today is Panamanian's Mother's Day, never got there. So I need to go tell somebody where the fuck is my money and where the fuck are my flowers.
I know they gave flores. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
For those who didn't understand, I said, where are the flowers? Look, I said, for those who don't understand, I said, where are the flowers? I don't. She did say.
She did say.
Las flores.
Las flores. But yeah, I'm just. Me, you know what? I'm just. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I feel like my last call would be to. My last call would be to setbacks and come ups. Because of the fact that personally, and like I said, you ladies know, I definitely faced a setback recently, like within a week, and this setback is literally already opening doors for a come up for myself, as well as for those wrestling girls, as well as for Sound Off, as well as for all three of us individually. And I just really, and I don't want to get spiritual or religious on this because I don't want to put my religion on my spirit or anybody, but I just really have to thank God because he's literally at the helm of everything that I do. He's literally promised, he's literally keeping the promise that he's made to me. So that's what my last call is to, my setbacks and come ups, because although I started the year on a come up, but I'm ending the year on kind of a setback. I'm still blessed to have everything that I have in between both of the two. And I promise you, I wouldn't be here without God. I wouldn't be here without you ladies. I wouldn't be here without my best friends. Like, I literally, I counted, I think I have 5 or 6 female best friends that I can call every day. And I'm going to shout them out right now. I wouldn't be here without Nikisha, Medina, Kishana. Oh, it's 4. And Tanisha. Oh, it's 5. And Shaquana. I would not be here without them at all. And I wouldn't be here without my wrestling family. UPR, you Bakey, Brian, Justin, Mimi, Steven, Ciendol. If I needed to call Black Wrestling, if I needed to call Math or family, anybody in my wrestling family and community, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I wouldn't be here without my church family. So, and Rakarsha, definitely my birthday twin. I love you, Rakarsha, so much. Rakarsha. So yes, I wouldn't be here without you, all of you guys, and I definitely want to be here without my family because I definitely explained to my family the situation. I wouldn't be here without Dwayne and Daria as well. And I explained to everybody the situation. They're very supportive and very understanding of what's going on. So I love you all. And shout out to Bay. Shout out to Bay. Shout out to Chris. I love you so much. But yes, that's what my last call is to. Setbacks and come ups.
Yes. Let's toast to that.
Yes.
P, what you drinking? That looked different from champagne.
Oh, so give me a refill, but there was no more champagne because you know how the illusion of a heavy bottle.
Yeah.
But I'm sipping very because Yeah.
Listen, I already told you I feel it all in here.
Can I help you go to bed? It's good. It's good. It's fine.
I promise you, I'm wiping this off, jumping straight into bed. Nah.
Seriously. So my last call would be just off the strength of Krista's, especially going into like the new year. Is this year was a lot of ups and downs for me. Mental health struggles, all that shit. But I will say the highs were like the highest they could possibly fucking be. And we were in places and spaces, and I've traveled to places, and I've done things, and I've met people that I never thought in a million years out would be, good enough to be in these spaces. So I'm so happy for that. I never do this, but I do want to just pat myself on the back for once. It's very like uncomfortable for me to even say.
Physically do it. Physically do it.
Do it. Yeah. All of us.
You gotta physically do it.
But like being in PWI, like being asked to be on that committee, off the strength of just like my work for the Sun was just like, a dream come true. Like that's something like you get into wrestling, you set like the biggest goals you could possibly have. And like PWI is like the premier wrestling magazine. So the fact that my name is in there is just like, mind blowing. And being able to get over my fucking starstruckness with wrestlers, I think is like, I want to toast to that. I want to toast to getting out of my comfort zone. I just going to Dallas. Like I did so many things that were just like, nah, good night and congratulations.
Good night, Morgan.
Congratulations, Morgan.
Yeah.
Have a good shift tomorrow.
I think just all the new things that happened to me this year where I literally just jumped and was just like, fuck it. And I had way more fuck it than I ever have. And it has so far. So I want to do that. And then I also want my last call to be just my wrestling community, because they have really become family. They have really become friends, like the people I lean on, including you, Bakey, and of course you, Krista B. You're like a sister now. I shouldn't have drank that tequila drink, but
yes, you should have.
If you cry, I'm definitely signing out, because I do have a special announcement after Bakey's last call. But please don't cry, because I will definitely sign out.
I will
cry. Nobody will hear it.
No promises. Very happy right now, and I'm very appreciative of just how blessed I am. The people that wrestling has brought into my life, like I can't even imagine it. I think just I'm just so like, I don't know. I can't help but think about just like the greater good, like the greater good of everything. Like even having a rough couple weeks, but when you think about the year as a whole and just like being able to talk with you guys every, like the fact that I can call Bakey a friend, the fact that I can call Krista B a friend, like to me, that's the important stuff. That means so much. And that means like, if I was in that press conference alone, it would not have meant the same. The fact that I was sitting next to you meant the same. The fact that I was able to, like be there for like Bakey's first live show last year, Bakey's first indie show, and like people coming up to me being like, oh my God, I'm so happy I got to finally meet Christina. Like to me and Krista, that's just as important to us as if people are like, I love your show, because we're like, oh my God, that's true. First of all, like you tune in, but like you also see what we see in Bakey, and like she is a part of our family. So just those small moments, like I never take for granted. Like we're in the grind, but like it's so special that we could do this.
Absolutely. And Bakey, please don't cry. Because these lashes will come off real quick.
That's my last call.
We're gonna
let's
do these. And okay, my last call is just a moment to appreciate the legitimate hard work that has been put into this year. Like piggybacking off of what you guys said as well, like the highs, the lows, the things that are coming, all of these factors really boost us, propel us forward. Mm-hmm. And the fact that this year has been so surreal for me, so surreal. The fact that I am able to call myself a working actor which is not something as of right now. Like I don't know if that's gonna change in the future. I don't know, but this is my career. This is what I moved to this country.
It's going to change for the better.
There we go. Thank you. Yes, calling it forward because that's what's gonna happen. Thank you, Chris. But like the fact that I'm able to call myself a working actor without having to rely on a survival job that is not in any way part of my career, the fact that my survival job is an acting job, the fact that I was able to join the Screen Actors Guild, which is a big deal.
It's amazing.
I'm still baffled by that. I'm still baffled by that. The fact,
part of
like,
SAG.
yes,
You're part of SAG.
I am a part of SAG. Like
Put that
the
going on.
movie, the amount of people that I have been able to work with to meet in this industry, it's still crazy to me. And that going hand in hand with the fact that as much as the way that I came into the wrestling community might be dormant, might be on a hiatus, and we might not necessarily know what the future holds for that. But my relationship, my presence, my experience within the wrestling community has remained steady. The fact that people, and this is what I wanted to mention before, but I kind of like started talking about something else. During Jobber Slam, it's still a blur because so many people were so excited to meet me. And I was like, I've seen you before, and I'm excited to meet you too, but I can't remember your name.
It's like that. It's like
it is like that. There were so many people, but since then, I've seen them again. I've seen people again. I've been like, yes, I know you. We're friends. Just like what you were saying, Krista, about meeting Brian. He was like, we've already met. You're like, you're lying.
You're lying. You're a liar.
Thing. You're a liar. Like, same thing. on y'all's anniversary, I told Justin, because he was like, I'm so glad that we finally were able to meet face to face. I'm like, you liar. We met at Jobber Slam. You liar. He's like, I didn't go to Jobber Slam. And I was like, oh no. Oh no.
It's like that though.
But it is like that.
Like literally WrestleMania weekend. Because I don't think Mimi was at our 3-year anniversary party. I feel like Mimi, I met that WrestleMania this year where we actually shared a hotel room together.
Like,
and I felt, and you know, you hear all these things about you don't know who you talk to, whatever. I mean, trust me, you don't know who you talk to on the internet. When it comes to wrestling, like I feel like that was one of the first times I met her, and I felt comfortable.
That part. It's so crazy. The wrestling community has made me feel so welcome. This is a home for me. This is family for me now, and that is genuinely one of the things that I am the most excited, happy, even though I already knew this was true because we've been doing Thirsty Thursdays for 2+ years at this point. Yeah. But the fact that I have found a way, and this is in a very personal sense, to find a way to flourish within the wrestling community, to find a way to flourish in the Twitch community, which has been something that terrifies me, but it has been going hand in hand with wrestling as well, but also with my acting, and just it's just they all go hand in hand. Twitch, acting, wrestling. It's kind of like a Venn diagram of Christina, and it's been so fulfilling. It's been so humbling, and it's just brought me some of the best moments for me this year. And just to wrap that part up real quick, during this last third of the year, I lost 2 very important people in my life, a family member and a person who, if it had not been for her, my career would be very different. And the fact that I am currently where I am at, knowing full well that these 2 wonderful people whom I carry in my heart every single day were part of my story. Even if they're not here, they are still part of my story. That's part of the lows my lows of this year, but the highs really make those lows see it really make me see those lows in a different light of they're not here. We're all gonna leave at some point, but they have left the mark that they were supposed to
on you.
and they are still with you. And it's just it's I'm very blessed, and I am so happy to be able to call you my family, to call this place a place where I belong, and I am just verklempt with emotion.
Absolutely, and we love you, and our condolences is definitely to you, and always, and you can always reach out to us if you ever need a time to talk and to speak and to just vent. Like P, I'll be like, hey, I just need to vent. So if I leave these voice notes here for you, just please don't respond, but just listen, because I need to get this out. And she's the same way with me.
And same here, guys. Like for real,
we definitely do the same thing, and we definitely love you. But to end this cheers to 2022 on a high note, I need you guys to make sure you guys are fully aware, because P, I had to follow up because I'm not going to do this for nothing. Those wrestling girls, December 28th, please mark your calendars. December 28th, those wrestling girls will be featured in This Time magazine.
Oh my God! Are you fucking
out? Our issue comes out December 28th.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I had to follow up with them today to ask us when was our feature coming up, because they was asking us for the questions and stuff. So around the time we were getting together our event, we were also answering the questions, also sending the pictures. So December 28th, our issue will be released. They will notify us via email. You can get the electronic copy. You can get the hardcover copy. I definitely want to get the hardcover once it comes out. But yeah, we will be featured in This Time magazine, and I feel like that would be like one of the most amazing closeouts to 2022 for those wrestling girls, and it's only going to get bigger for 2023.
Yes.
So,
yep.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Yes. Cheers to that.
One last time. Holy shit.
I want to also cheers to just to talk about the show and those wrestling girls. We made 4 years. We did so many different things. But 2023 is going to be even bigger. We got new episodes coming out in January. Our Golden Era series is continuing with Alundra Blaze episode. I'm so proud of us. So we are streaming on Twitch weekly, twice now. So we got TWG Fan Club every Wednesday, 7 to 9 with Brian, Justin, Ciandol, and Krista B sometimes. And then we have Krista B sometimes. Yes.
And then we also, Krista B. Saldo for Crispa Contreras, Cristina Contreras, whatever name you want to call her.
Yes.
Only
call me that bitch if you want, but yes.
Only me and P get to call her Bakey. Y'all call her Bakey, we fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thank you, April.
Thank you, April. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have so much more content for you guys. So please make sure you guys subscribe to our Patreon, because next year is going to be bigger and better. And who knows? Y'all might see us do some shit for Mania. Y'all gonna be like, what? I'm manifesting.
We're trying to be at Royal Rumble 2, and that kicks off WrestleMania.
And Rumble, yes. We're gonna I'm not gonna jump straight to March. I'm gonna start from the top of the year. Y'all might see us do some stuff for Royal Rumble with
I have a podcast.
I'm sorry, what?
I forgot. I have a new podcast that's coming out in January. Actually, yes, I forgot to bring that up. Holy shit! My best friend from Panama and I are starting a D&D, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Oh my God!
So does this mean I have to watch Game of Thrones to be a part of this?
No. This is literally a podcast for people who either don't know shit. So the premise of the podcast is he is a storyteller, dungeon master. So he's the one who manages the game, and I have played tabletop games before, but I don't really know Dungeons and Dragons, so it's him explaining shit to me.
Ooh.
and me just being my lovely fucking self. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I
It's
can't. Let
coming out
us
next
know
year.
where we can
Yes.
find that at, because I'm
Yes,
definitely tuning
absolutely.
in. Please, because I don't know
Absolutely.
shit. You see how I just went to Game of Thrones, like Dungeons and Dragons. That's either Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire, and I'm just like, hey,
yeah, I'm so here for that.
Yes, I'm
too,
excited. I will
yes.
let everybody know. Yes. Just be on the lookout. It's happening. It's happening.
We'll do.
We're so happy. Please make sure you follow us on every streaming platform possible. Those wrestling girls everywhere. Come on, Snoop.
Oh, I drank. So I forgot to mention that the
Hey.
wine I was drinking was 19 Crimes.
It was Snoop wine.
And this was the cork. So
Oh my God, I love it.
So
keeping this.
So shout out to my sister. Shout out to my sister who literally told me, she was like, yo, Snoop wine is so good. But she's the same sister who drank my Bella Twins wine and threw away both the bottles. So
I mean, she has good taste in wine.
She has great taste in wine. She has great taste in alcohol. Like, I would literally trust her on alcohol choices, because my sister would. If I'm like, hey, I need to go alcohol or wine to drink, she'll let me know. So shout out to my sister Kara. I love you, sis. Although she's gonna be like, why was I even the topic of conversation in this? But whatever. However, she still owes me Bella Twins wine. So we're gonna have to figure it out. Christmas is right there. We're gonna have to figure it out. But please make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms. You can follow me, ms_Krista_B_ on Instagram, ms_Krista_B_ on Twitter. You can follow Queen PR, Queen 3_ PR on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to our Patreon, our Those Wrestling Girls Facebook discussion group, our Facebook page, our YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow Christina on Twitter, Christina Contreras 120.
Crispa 120.
Crispa 120 on Twitter.
On Twitter and on on TikTok. Twitter and TikTok is Crispa 120. On Twitch and Instagram is Crispa Contreras. Come and check it out.
Absolutely. And please make sure you follow us on TikTok and Twitch. I'm doing something new. So between now and Monday, we're going to see a recap of our November, because we had a dope ass November. And you're going to see a recap of our November. Shout out to, I know we wanted to touch on this earlier, but we could not touch on this. So maybe we'll touch on it tomorrow, Becky. Shout out to Mr. Perry and the Wrestling Club for everything. They just nominated their awards for their Hall of Fame, their first annual Hall of Fame that they have. So please make sure you follow them on Instagram, all social medias, the Wrestling Club. And we love you. And on that note, it's the girl Krista B.
And Queen PR.
And the lovely Crispa Contreras. And me and Crispa will see you tomorrow on our
Twitch.
On Twitch on our 12. Be there at 12, and maybe we'll definitely live stream this on our Facebook. Maybe. So we'll see. But we love you guys, and we'll see you all later. Mwah.